Wow, the great gods granted meteor shower for the world again. Yes, how beautiful their love is. I admired them so much. They had to overcome many challenges to be happy like today. Do you want to know their stories? Oh, of course. Please tell me.
Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a girl named Hebe. She was really gentle and tender with an outstanding beauty.
Wow, Hebe is the most beautiful and magnificent girl in this world. Yes, her beauty overwhelms everything in this world.
Hebe and Leo were close friends since they were kids. They grew up together and they were deeply in love with each other. However, due to the difference in the family condition, Leo was always ridiculed because his family was so poor. People said that he was not deserved to be with Hebe.
Leo, do you care about what they say? I know that you love me just because I am me, instead of anything else from me. I also love you by all my heart, and I will be with you forever.
I get it. Don't worry. I will always be by your side forever. The rumors about Hebe's beauty reached Venus, the goddess of beauty.
There is someone in this world can be more beautiful than me. I have to go there to see.
The goddess of beauty disguised in a cloak and went to the market. She saw Hebe buying some stuff, and she could hear the compliments of the people about Hebe's outstanding beauty. She immediately approached Hebe, and when there was no one there, she casted a spell to make a smoke and pull Hebe away. Seeing that, Leo immediately chased after and protected Hebe. When Hebe didn't know what was happening, she saw the goddess of beauty by her side. The goddess of beauty was so jealous with Hebe that she decided to cast a spell to take it away. But no one had the right to force others to abandon their beauty. Even the goddess of beauty couldn't be able to touch it. Therefore, she angrily casted another spell, making Hebe fall into the sleep of death. She hadn't belonged to the land of living anymore. Leo ran there. Seeing Hebe was deep into the sleep, he was really hurtful. What did Hebe do with you? Why did you treat her like that? Leo was so angry that he lost control. He intended to fight against the goddess of beauty, but she used her power to knock him far away. No one will be allowed to harm Hebe. I will use all of my love to protect her.
Love! Your lover is lying there in the sleep of death. You're now in different worlds. What can your love do? If you want to prove that your love can save her, just go find God of Love. If your love can be acknowledged by the God of Love, then I will also acknowledge Hebe's beauty and spare her life.
That's okay. For her, I can do everything, no matter how difficult it is.
Let me see how grand your love is. You have 2 weeks to find the God of Love. After 2 weeks, if there is nothing changed, your lover will belong to hell forever. Remember that.
Leah kissed Hebe to say goodbye to her and determinedly set out to save her. Leo went to find the God of Love. He walked day by day, night by night, until he found a ragged old woman sitting under a tree. Kind Leo quickly brought his water for her to drink and raise her up.
Thank you, kind man. What are you doing here in this forest?
I'm on my way to find the goddess of love. Do you know the way to her place? If you know it, please tell me. I have to go there and beg her to help me save the girl I love.
The route is really difficult and dangerous. I think you should come back. Don't waste your time.
No, please help me. I have to save her by all costs.
Your love must be so deep to make you sacrifice everything like that.
I love her more than anything in this world. I will do anything for her. Right after Leo finished speaking, a light shone in front of him. In just a blink of an eye, he found himself standing on the fairy world.
I turned into the old woman to test you. If your love isn't big enough, when I said that the route would be so difficult, you would give up immediately. But you ignored all the difficulties and dangers to overcome all challenges to save the girl you love. It really touched me.
My God, because of having a wonderful beauty, my lover was punished by the god Venus into the sleep of death. Please show me the way to save her, because I don't have much time. If there is any delay, she will be gone forever.
How great your love is. All right, in that faraway galaxy, there is a cluster, including 7 meteors. You have to go there and bring the most beautiful and brightest meteor back. On the full moon day of the end of July, you just need to throw it down to the earth. Hebe will wake up. But when you can save your lover, you will have to exchange by turning yourself into a meteor to replace the one you took away. For the rest of your life, you can just be a silent star in the sky. Will you accept it?
I agree. I accept to exchange everything just for her. The goddess of love granted him a light stone to lead Leo to the place where the meteor cluster is located. The stone led the way. Leo followed, and finally he could reach that faraway galaxy. There was the brightest meteor, which was sparkling. Leo found all ways to reach that meteor, but he couldn't be able to touch it. When he touched the meteor, it shone brightly, making him dazzled. He tried to touch it, but he couldn't hold it. It's just like a water vapor. Leo was so clever that he quickly raised the light stone toward the brightest meteor. The two sources of light met each other and combined together. Then the stone flew toward Leo's hand. Like what the goddess of love said, if I wait for the exact time to throw the meteor down, it will be over one day as the due date. How can I save Hebe? It's not right. I have to throw the meteor right down to the earth to save her. Then, he immediately threw the meteor down to the earth. When being thrown down, the meteor was broken into hundreds of pieces, illuminating a wide area of the sky. That's the first meteor shower in the world. Leo's body gradually became clear. The light brought him back to the coffin of Hebe. At that place, inside the splendid crystal coffin, Hebe woke up. Venus, the goddess of beauty, was really surprised when seeing the meteor shower and the blurred soul of Leo. Hebe hurtfully ran there to hug Leo so tight on her lap. Leo gradually faded away.
Leo, what's wrong with you? Don't leave me here, please. How can I live without you?
I just need you to live. That's the happiest thing in my life. I will be a star who will watch you for my whole life.
Leo, because you are so hasty that you didn't follow my words, you will be punished. You won't be able to become a meteor. Your soul will be sent to hell forever. My great goddesses, I agree to exchange my beauty and even my life. I just hope that I can be his companion in the last time of life. I want to be sent to hell with him.
Venus was really surprised. She thought for a while, then turned to the goddess of love and talked something. Then she took Hebe's beauty away. Hebe became old, wrinkled, and her body gradually became clear. Leo took all of his last strength to hold Hebe on his lap. He touched her old wrinkled face, then the two souls shared a touching kiss. Right at that moment, the light shone out, turned Hebe and Leo into the god of star, the two brightest stars in the galaxy. Hebe and Leo hugged each other so tight.
Hebe, your beauty overwhelms everything in this world. But I realize that you have not only that beauty, but also a bright inner beauty. That's why you deserve to have the happiness and also that splendid beauty.
From that moment, Hebe and Leo became the gods of stars, brought the light and the meteor shower to the earth. The meteor shower they created was also a chance for the people to have a wish, which is proved by the sacrifice of a great love.
In a glamorous palace at Madara Kingdom, there lived a prince named Philip. He was well known for his bright and handsome appearance. The girls who met Philip were all enchanted by his charm.
Oh, how handsome Prince Philip is! I wish I could be his wife.
Druidess, the most wicked witch in the area, was not an exception. She continuously appeared by his side, sweet-talking and trying to lure the prince.
If you agree to be my husband, I will grant you ultimate power that no one can match.
Stay away from me. Don't waste your time. I have no feelings for you. After being rejected, the witch was extremely angry, but she couldn't harm the prince because she truly loved his handsome face. Near the palace, there lived a girl named Louise. She was the most beautiful girl in the village. Everyone had to be in awe of her beauty. Her husband was Adam, but he was chronically ill, which made Louise's life filled with worry and anxiety. She found all the possible ways to cure him, but Adam's illness got worse and worse. He was gradually weaker. In the most desperate moment, not knowing how to save Adam, the witch Druidess appeared and gave her a deal.
I will cure your husband immediately, but in return, you must give me your beauty. How about that, beautiful girl?
Although hesitant, Louise reluctantly accepted this deal because it was the only way to save her husband now.
I agree. Please help my husband. He won't be able to stand it much longer.
The witch smiled cunningly and took Louise's beauty away, turning her into an ugly girl. Blemishes appeared on her face, which even made everyone horrified while looking at her. After obtaining Louise's exquisite beauty, the witch joyfully gave her a magical potion and then quickly left. Louise hurriedly gave the potion to her husband, and to her astonishment, he woke up completely healthy. Overwhelmed by emotion, Louise rushed to hug Adam. However, to her surprise, Adam irritatedly pushed her away. "Who are you?"
I'm your wife, Louise?
"No, my wife can't be as ugly as you are. Quickly go away." Louise was astounded. She couldn't believe her ears. "Go away immediately and never appear in front of me." Meanwhile, Druidess Witch, after having a new appearance, she immediately went to find the prince with the hope that she could be able to seduce him.
Now I have this supreme beauty. Will you marry me?
Never. Give up that intention. Being constantly rejected by the prince, the witch was so angry that she lost control of her power, accidentally injuring her.
Oh no, my handsome face. Luckily, he's still all right.
The prince was so frightened, then he immediately ran away from the palace. Being exhausted, he fainted by a nearby stream. About Louise, after being chased away, she had to live temporarily in a cave near the stream. Looking at herself in the water, Louise became even more self-conscious.
With this ugly face, how could Adam dare to come near me?
Suddenly, from a distance, she saw the handsome Prince Philip, who was famous throughout the kingdom, drifting along the stream. Without hesitation, she rescued the prince and brought him to her place. She carefully took care of the prince there. Looking at the prince, she remembered her husband, Adam, and it made her heart ache even more. Surprisingly, the prince woke up, and Louise joyfully raised him up. "Why am I here?"
I saw you drifting in that stream, so I brought you here.
"Thank you so much for saving me. You are truly a kind-hearted girl." Since his health hadn't fully recovered, the prince had to stay in the cave with Louise until he recovered. After several days of being together, Philip felt that Louise was an incredibly kind girl, and he gradually had feelings for her. Getting to know Louise's story, he felt even more sympathetic and wanted to cover her. "Would you like to be by my side?" We can be together and take care of each other for the rest of our lives. Louise was surprised by the prince's feelings, but she firmly rejected, as her heart remained loyal to her husband, Adam.
Thank you for your sincerity, but I can never betray my husband.
Although he was very sad, the prince wanted the one he loved to be happy, so he thought of a way to help her. He took Louise back to the palace, had her dressed up, and had her hair and makeup done, making her look more beautiful than ever. Louise thanked the prince and hurriedly left the palace, went back to find Adam. Prince Philip watched her go, feeling sad, and silently wished her happiness. With her beautiful appearance, Louise met Adam and made him really surprised. Wow, Louise, my beautiful wife, you're back? I missed you so much. Suddenly, a heavy rain fell, washing away the makeup on Louise's face. Adam was really shocked while seeing the blemishes on Louise's face reappear. He changed his expression and scornfully mocked Louise. Are you trying to deceive me?
No, it's not what you think.
But Adam refused to listen, continuously ridiculed her, and chased her away once again. She left with sorrow. Little did Louise know that Prince Philip had been following and observing everything. Seeing her suffer because of Adam, he was even more hurtful. Suddenly, a woman approached the prince.
Well, it's a pity. If that girl had the rainbow flower from the top of Annapurna Mountain, she wouldn't have been rejected like that.
What are you saying? Explain it clearly.
Sir, on the faraway peak of Annapurna Mountain, there is a mysterious rainbow flower. Whoever possesses that flower will become incredibly beautiful. But that flower is not easily picked. Only those with high nobility can touch it.
After knowing that, for the one he loved, Philip immediately set off. The way to Annapurna Peak was really challenging and dangerous. The prince had to pass through the hottest area, following by an icy and bone-chilling path. After reaching the treacherous peak of Annapurna Mountain, finally he found the rainbow flower. Having obtained the flower, the prince hurriedly returned to give it to Louise.
Why are you here?
As the prince placed the flower in Louise's hair, a radiant glow emitted from her body, and her beautiful face also returned. Louise quickly went back to find Adam without noticing the prince now had a blemish on his face, just like hers. Louise stood before Adam, looking breathtakingly beautiful. Strangely, Adam burst into laughter and turned into the Wicked Witch.
You are all fools.
She stole the flower from Louise's hair and placed it in her own. She immediately became beautiful. Turned out, the power to steal the beauty of ordinary people only had a temporary effect on the witch. Only the rainbow flower could grant her eternal beauty. And the rainbow flower could only be picked by those with pure heart. So, she had planned to deceive the prince to take it for her.
Adam, my husband, where is he? What have you done to him? Are you still thinking for that worthless man? All he wanted was your beautiful face. A little seduction and he easily fell into my trap, giving me his face. He probably won't dare to come back with that ugly face anymore. You are so foolish to believe that he truly loved you. True love was right in front of you, but you couldn't see it. You and Philip are both foolish.
At that moment, Louise hurtfully realized it all. Because of her blind and loyal love with Adam, she hadn't been able to feel the love of Philip for her. Then, the malice witch used all of her hatred and magic power to finish Louise. Prince Philip rushed in from nowhere to cover her.
What are you doing? Why protect someone who doesn't love you? I've done everything, but you always rejected me.
A dangerous and cunning person like you will never deserve love. No matter how beautiful your face may become, you're still a wicked person who makes others feel dreadful.
All right, then you two can love each other in hell.
Then she cast a spell to finish them. However, the rainbow flower was suddenly darkened. It turned out that the flower contained a magic that only worked on those of pure heart. For those with evil intentions, it had the opposite effect. Under the power of the flower, the Wicked Witch completely vanished into dust, to the astonishment of Louise and Philip. In the end, Louise was deeply moved by Philip's sincere love. Once again, Philip proposed to Louise, kneeling down to ask for her hand. I'm no longer the handsome prince, but I still love you with all my heart. Will you be with me for the rest of our lives?
Yes, I agree. Sorry and thank you for everything.
Goddess is back! Do you have any story from the earth to tell us today?
Oh yes, today I'll tell you the story about the most beautiful girl in the world. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Alice who lived with her mother in a small village. Her father passed away since she had been born. The widowed mother and her daughter had to try their best to get by. Her mother was really weak, but she tried her best to work every day, even the hard work, as long as it could give her the money to raise her daughter. Working hard in a long time made her exhausted and got seriously ill. Alice was so worried that she went everywhere to find a doctor to cure her mother, but all of them were not able to do it. Couldn't see her mother in pain. Alice kept on searching for the doctor, which could cure her mother, waiting for the day she could find a master.
Alice, my poor beautiful girl. I don't have the heart to see you searching doctor in vain like that. I heard people say that in that faraway valley there had been a magic flower which can cure anything, making people live longer.
Really? If it's true, my mother will be cured. Thank you so much. I will set out right away to find that flower.
That flower is really precious. I think the route will be really difficult. You have to be really careful.
I will take great care. Please don't worry. I'll go there now. But when I go there, my mother...
You're afraid that your mother will have to stay at home alone, right?
Yes, my mother is really ill, but no one can care for her when I'm leaving.
Don't worry. I and everyone will take turn to take care of her. Just rest assured to set out and promise me you will come back here safely.
I remembered it. Thank you so much. Alice said goodbye to the chief of the village and set out, ignored all the dangers ahead. Alice kept on walking so fast to find the magic flower as soon as possible to save her mother, until she reached a forest. She was really surprised that all the plants here had been withered. Then she stepped on the ground with full of dry leaves. After a few steps, she saw the giant old tree moving, turning back and seeing her in anger.
What are you doing here, sinful human? You cut down all the trees, causing our water source stuck, making this forest die gradually. And now you still dare to come here?
While saying, the tree stretched its body to chase and capture Alice. Oh my God! Please spare my life! I will find a way to regain the water source for the forest and making it fresh again.
Remember your words. If you can't do it, I will never let up on you. The underground water source is in that lake. It used to be so prosperous, but no one knows why it was stopped. You can go there and check.
Alice followed what the tree had said and went to the small lake in the forest. And she could see the lake was dry. There were only dry leaves and branches that human had thrown into it. She cleaned the leaves and the branches. Then she discovered a small hole that the water used to flow from that. The hole was totally blocked by a stone. She had to use all of her power to push the stone away, and finally, she could make it. The water immediately flowed out, making her lose momentum. Right at that moment, the tree spirit appeared and used its branches to roll her and put her on its shoulder.
Huh?
Thank you so much, young girl. You have reborn the whole forest and saved all of us. I'm sorry for misjudging you earlier.
Never mind. It's also our fault. I'm glad that the forest is back.
If it hadn't been you, we should have lived forever in wither like that. What makes you come here? For a long time, I cannot see anyone here.
My mother is seriously ill. I'm on my way to the valley to get the magic flower to save her.
Oh my god! The route to the valley is really dangerous, young girl.
No matter how dangerous it is, I will do anything for my mother.
What a dutiful kid. I have a gift for you.
After the tree spirit finished saying, a golden leaf suddenly dropped into her hand. Then it showed her the fire gate, which led to the flower valley.
That's all I can help you. Good luck, and I hope that my gift will be useful to you.
Before the fire gate, Alice knew nothing to do. Every time she intended to cross the gate, the hot fire made her get back in pain. However, the love for her mother gave her the strength to do it. And against all odds, she crossed the fire gate, making herself burn in pain. But when she thought about her mother, who had worked hard to raise her, it gave her the will to risk. Alice finally could cross the gate, and the fire was also went out. But the burns made her collapse, so she couldn't go on. However, the golden leaf, which the tree had given her, suddenly shone. An aura covered Alice and healed all of her wounds. After recovering, Alice happily went on, and the valley with the shining magic flower was in front of her. Alice went quickly towards the magic flower, but she was blocked by the little flower spirits.
Who are you? What are you coming here for?
I'm not the bad one. I will never harm you. I just want to ask for the magic flower to save my mom. She has been seriously ill, but she can't get over it. Our last hope is that magic flower.
What a dutiful girl. You are also the first person who overcame all the challenges and got here. We agreed to let you take the flower away. But you have to remember, everything has its limit. Each petal of this flower can only extend your mother's life for 1 more year.
Oh my god! There are only 5 petals! That means my mother just can live 5 more years? Is there any other way to extend her life?
There is only one way that you can tear each petal apart, but you will have to exchange your age each time you do it. Will you accept it?
Yes! For my mother, I can do anything! No need to think. Alice did it immediately. Each time she tore a petal apart, her skin got wrinklier, her hair turned white. When the petal was much as she had wished, Alice became a weak old woman. But she was really happy because she knew that her mother was about to be saved. After exchanging all of her ages, Alice became weaker and weaker. She tried her best to come back home. After giving the flower to her mother and seeing her getting well again, Alice collapsed. Right at that moment, the flower flew up and turned into a goddess. Alice, my dutiful and brave girl, you ignored all the dangers and overcome all of my challenges just for your mother. You even sacrificed your own life for her. You really touched my heart. I will give you a gift. Then she casted a spell. A light covered Alice, and she turned back into a young girl like before. Goddess, thank you! Thank you so much! The goddess smiled and flew away. Alice and her mother hugged each other so tight. From that moment, they lived happily and peacefully together forever after.
When people suddenly lost something precious, they often fell into despair and agony. The tale of Princess Sophia serves as proof of this. To follow the stories unfolding, subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales channel to find out the outcome. From the day she was born, Sophia never lacked anything. She indulged in endless pleasures, neglecting her royal duties, much to the dismay of the king and queen. Whenever her father fell ill, Sophia would be busy playing, forgetting to inquire about his well-being, until the kingdom's sorceress reminded her to visit. Tomorrow is your 18th birthday, and the whole family will be going on an outing.
How boring!
But sadly, that trip turned out to be the last time Sophia would be with her parents. The whole family was attacked and robbed by bandits. Sophia was gravely injured, and both the king and queen lost their lives.
Father, Mother, wake up! No! You filthy folks! You've harmed my family! I despise you!
Hearing the dreadful news, the kingdom's sorceress rushed to the scene and couldn't help but feel sorrowful.
Quickly, take the princess away from here.
After the sudden departure of her parents, Sophia seemed to turn into a different person. She became irritable and difficult with everyone.
You filthy servants! Leave this place! Princess, calm down. Come outside with me to soothe yourself.
While walking, Sophia spotted a girl who looked exactly like her, named Grace, stealing a piece of bread.
You! Dare to have a face like mine? Catch her for stealing! Please forgive me. I just want to save my severely ill brother at home. He's been hungry for days. I loathe poor and despicable creatures like you! Princess, spare her. She's also a victim of circumstances. Don't speak further! Take her away!
And so, Grace was taken to prison. Every day, Sophia visited the place where Grace was held, looking at her, and the memories of the bandits who ruined her family resurfaced.
It's because of people like you that my family is in ruins! It's all your fault! Please forgive me!
Suddenly, the sky turned pitch black. Thunder rumbled, and lightning struck between Sophia and Grace, causing both of them to be thrown back.
Quickly take the princess away from here.
After a while, Grace woke up, exclaiming in Sophia's voice.
What's happening? Why am I now Grace?
Sophia had turned into a poor, ugly girl imprisoned in the dungeon.
Release me! I am the true princess!
While Grace became the beloved princess, adored by all.
Please release Grace. Our family is in dire straits, forcing Grace to act this way. Release her. I'm not going anywhere. I am the princess of this castle. You deceitful soldiers, you will pay for this.
Back at home, Grace's parents hurried to the side of a little boy and started crying. It turned out to be Grace's severely ill brother.
Sister Grace, please stop stealing food. I can endure it.
Sophia realized that Grace did those wicked deeds only for her family.
Take everything valuable and give it to me.
Please, give us more time. If the debt isn't paid in 3 days, I'll take this girl.
Never! Even if we have to sell everything, we will never do such a thing!
Sophia realized that no matter how poor they were, Grace's parents still showered her with love and protected their child fiercely. She reflected on her past life of wealth and how she had been consumed by material pursuits, neglecting her family. Such simple happiness, which Sophia had never experienced before. In 3 days, you must bring the full amount to repay the debt, or I'll take her away. Grace's parents were extremely worried, working tirelessly day and night. Sophia reflected on her past actions. She had never helped Grace's parents with anything, only causing them more trouble. After deep contemplation, Sophia rushed to help Grace's parents with their work. Gradually, Sophia forgot her princess identity and integrated into the lives of the poor people, earning money with Grace's parents and caring for her brother. The 3 days had come to an end, and the family finally collected the owed money and brought it to Felix's house. Grace's parents and Sophia entered, seeing many poor people weeping.
Please have mercy and reduce the tax. We're already struggling. Right on time. How dreadful.
Sophia handed the money to Felix and noticed a golden plum and a precious gemstone that the Queen and King often carried with them while alive. The items were displayed in Felix's cabinet. Sophia snatched back the money and grabbed the Queen's golden comb.
Why do you have this comb? It belonged to the Queen.
How dare you?
He's the one who harmed the king and queen of this kingdom, abusing his power to oppress the poor. We must stand against him.
That's right. Arrest him for his crimes.
Everyone rose up and attacked Felix and his soldiers, causing a riot. Felix angrily drew his sword to attack Grace and Sophia's parents. Sophia immediately led Grace's parents and fled straight from the mansion. Felix swung his sword towards Grace's parents, but Sophia quickly pushed them aside and caught it. The old sorceress and Grace arrived on the scene.
Quickly, capture that criminal.
Let me go! Let me go!
Father, Mother, it's me, Grace, your daughter.
Only then did the old sorceress laugh gently and wave her hand, and lightning struck Sophia and Grace again, causing both to fall to the ground. Sophia and Grace woke up, returning to their original bodies.
I did this to help you understand that not all poor people are wicked. You need a multifaceted perspective when judging situations. I have observed your time with them, and I feel that you have truly changed. And I asked Grace for help without revealing the truth.
Thank you for helping me find the right path. I apologize for my thoughtless actions towards you. Forget about it. You also helped my parents a lot.
From then on, everything returned to normal. Sophia no longer harbored prejudices against the poor. She lived harmoniously, embracing kindness and empathy. The entire kingdom overflowed with prosperity and happiness.
Touch the hole. That lady suddenly becomes such a beautiful god. Let's find out. In the realm of the sun goddess, there was a good princess named Sunny, who was the only daughter of the king and the late queen. She always wore the royal necklace, a family heirloom, with the hope that she would become a great queen as she had wished. However, no matter how hard she tried to be strong, her father always thought that she was just a weak girl and left the heavy work for the wizard general. Moreover, the successor of the kingdom was often a wise, consensuous male who could possess the scepter of light. which a part of the power of the sun goddess's heart to maintain the light of the kingdom. So the king thought a lot and went to the temple without letting Sunny go.
I understand my father is worried about me and my people, so he cannot assume the responsibility of carrying this kingdom from me. And if I let the wizard general in charge, he must be the guy who my father trusted a lot, and I will try to support him.
While Sunny was thinking, she suddenly heard a loud noise coming from the temple. And the sky suddenly darkened for no reason. When she arrived, she saw her father and the wizard general, who was asleep, and the goddess got angry and left.
What happened to my father and the sun goddess?
Because the king wanted you to be his successor. So the sun goddess didn't agree and got angry like that. The king always silently observed your efforts and decided to propose you to be the one who holder of the scepter of light in order to maintain the prosperity of the kingdom. However, the sun goddess was very angry because she thought you was a girl, not in accordance with the old custom. So the goddess punished your father, destroyed the scepter of light, and took away the light of our kingdom. If you want to save the king and kingdom, you must find the sun goddess at the top of the perilous mountain and bring back the scepter of light.
As it turns out, my father always been quietly sacrificed for me. So, I'm going to go see the goddess and prove my true strength. And I'm determined not to let you regret this decision.
After saying that, Sunny decided to go on the road, trying to overcome all the obstacles to reach the top of the mountain, the place where the sun goddess was supposed to reside. While climbing the mountain, she saw a fox fainted on the road from starvation due to the scarcity of food from the disappearance of the sun. Seeing the poor fox, Sunny rushed to get some of her food to help him stay awake. Appreciating Sunny's kindness, the fox immediately brought her to the front of the huge gate, the residence of the sun goddess.
You must be here to see the sun goddess. However, if you want to meet the goddess, you must answer my wise question first. Yes, please, ask the question. You're a brave little girl, so answer me. All things on earth are like animals. People always try to avoid conflict and fight to maintain a peaceful life. However, what alive will beat, what doesn't beat will die.
Sunny thought for a while, but could not think of an answer, and unconsciously, she touched her heirloom softly.
That's right. The answer is the heart, because that's the source of life for every species. If it doesn't beat every second, it can't survive. That's exactly right.
In a word, the gate showed the way for Sunny, but when Sunny had just set foot inside, she was suddenly attacked by the sun goddess in anger. Without saying an explanation, Sunny tried her best to evade the goddess's magic, but is still defeated. While Sunny was cornered, she saw the goddess holding her chest, which seemed very painful. As it turned out, she realized that the goddess had lost a part of her heart. So she tried to run so fast that she put her necklace in the void on the goddess's chest and held her in her lap. Filling Sunny's heart through hugs and gifts, the goddess gradually calmed down and returned to the beauty form as before.
Thank you, Princess Sunny. You helped me recover my strength with love, and in the last journey, I've also known how good and strong you are. Will you then not be angry with me and help my father recover and bring light to all things in my kingdom? I'm sorry. It's not because of you that I got angry and turned dark like this. However, I want you to learn what the truly good people are and to find out the reason behind this and defeat that evil force to help people. Therefore, even though I am weak now, I will grant you the Scepter of Light, which will help you to obtain the ultimate magic. However, if you use the power of the scepter to save your father's life, you will have no more magic to save the people, and vice versa.
Standing in front of the great and difficult decisions of life, Sunny contemplated and thought, hypnotized along the way back to the kingdom.
It's difficult to make the decision to choose either one, as the sun goddess says, because for me, Dad are the only one who has raised me. Therefore, I cannot afford to watch my father weaken and pass away. Only I also understand that when there is a lack of sunlight, all things in the kingdom live in misery. Even their food is increasingly scarce and robbed by soldiers.
Seeing the unusual happen in front of her eyes, Sunny hurried back to the palace, but had just arrived at the place where the Wizard General blocked the road to arrest and seize the scepter. It's worth for me to wait. Just in a short time, you brought back the Scepter of Light. It turned out that long ago, the king knew that even though the Wizard General was an agile guy, but evil-minded person, quietly sucking up the wealth of the people, so the king could not bring him to the throne. So when the king achieved Sunny as his successor, the Wizard General was furious and sought to defeat the king to seize the Scepter of Light. While the Sun Goddess needed absolute concentration to recharge the Scepter Light with magical energy and also the weakest defense, the Wizard General silently intended to take the scepter from the goddess. However, when the Wizard General touched the scepter, his evil grin directly affected and infected the evil with weapons, and even the heart of the goddess was darkened. Seeing that scene, the king hurriedly stopped the wizard, but during the contraction, the scepter was broken as well, as the king was seriously wounded.
Turns out you're the one behind all this? My father and I have trusted you all this time!
It's too late now, princess. Now that I have the Scepter of Light in my hands, you must all submit to my command. After that, he used the scepter to create a lot of sun throughout the kingdom, with the intention of making people work all day long to redeem it.
No, I can't make his ambitions come true. I must continue to fight for the people, for my father.
Sunny tried to move away from the soldiers. The Wizard General panicked, using the scepter to stop Sunny, but suddenly, the sun in Sunny's hand shone and dazzled him. Not only that, the magic that he just shot at her was flushed back and caused him to melt into a cloud of smoke. However, the power of the sun was too strong to Sunny, so she was forced to hold the sun in her hands to create pressure, causing them to break. But this was equivalent to she had to sacrifice her life.
Because my father and people, I determined to sacrifice myself to become the light of the sun and to leave the Scepter of Light to my father so that they may all live together in peace.
Finally, Sunny hugged the sun in her heart, which shone brightly in front of many people. While everyone was mourning her departure, a light suddenly shone from the ashes, and Sunny appeared as a light bearer. Sunny!
Daddy!
Sunny, I know you're just a little girl, but you've proven in your journey and sacrifice is that you're a person of both mind and vision, and fit for this Scepter of Light. Therefore, I hope you will maintain the prosperity of the kingdom on my behalf.
Thank you, Dad, and everybody so much. I also understand that whatever our origin or gender is, if we try hard enough and take action, everyone will understand what our potential is.
And then, under Sunny's guidance, the kingdom once again returned to its inherent serenity, and people lived happily.
In life, we constantly find ourselves at the crossroads of choices. Some we make right, and some we make wrong. Choices are much like the petals of a dandelion, enchanting and impossible to predict.
My choice is to make you all weep.
As on any other Sunday morning, the Dandelion Kingdom was under attack by a sinister force. Fortunately, this time, there was only one demon. However, no one could defeat it.
Let me help you.
This is futile!
If only someone could save everyone. Oh look, a rainbow has appeared, dispelling the fear of the menacing octopus demon.
She's here!
Our rainbow guardian! Who are you?
The rainbow beam suddenly descended upon the octopus demon, transforming it into a cute stuffed octopus. From above, Rainbow Guardian Phoebe appeared in all her glory, with her magnificent rainbow wings. The delighted citizens gathered around Phoebe, celebrating her victory. However, someone wasn't pleased. Rainbow Guardian Iris, Phoebe's twin sister. Where will Iris's envy lead her? Stay tuned and subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to find out. Twin sisters Iris and Phoebe are the descendants of the Rainbow Guardians, bestowed with magical wings. Phoebe, the elder sister, was granted the rarest and most beautiful rainbow wings. But Iris, the younger one, wasn't as fortunate. She received small, grey and unattractive wings. Phoebe's rainbow wings endowed her with unmatched rainbow light abilities, making all demons fear her and all citizens adore her. Iris couldn't fly or shoot rainbow beams, so she was often compared to her talented sister. People were distant and cold to Iris, believing she didn't deserve the title of Rainbow Guardian. This made Iris increasingly insecure and closed off. Iris felt her fate was unjust. She especially envied her sister's pair of rainbow wings. Nevertheless, Iris quietly helped people with her modest abilities. She hoped that one day someone would recognize her worth. Today is the birthday of the two sisters, Phoebe and Iris. Precious gifts were delivered from all corners of the Dandelion Kingdom. Iris looked around but found no gift for herself. She couldn't bear it any longer. Feeling dejected, she turned to leave. Suddenly, a plump bird flew into the royal banquet hall. It carried a beautiful rainbow crown. The bird ignored Phoebe and handed the crown to Iris.
For Iris, the most deserving.
The crown radiated rainbow magic, standing out among all other gifts. Phoebe was displeased with this turn of events.
I can be just like you now. No, Iris, there must be a misunderstanding here. This crown belongs to the most deserving one. Are you deserving, Iris?
That's right. Only Phoebe deserves this rainbow crown.
Iris, hand me the crown. No.
Phoebe, with a cold spell, took the crown from Iris's hand. Amidst cheers, she placed the rainbow crown on her own head. Iris, heartbroken, left the party. Since Phoebe possessed the rainbow crown, for some reason, she became selfish and stopped caring about her role as a rainbow guardian.
The citizens are under attack by demons!
Just one demon and you can handle it? I'm busy!
The rainbow crown emitted a sinister magic, mesmerizing Phoebe. Iris noticed but didn't know what to do. Even without Phoebe's protection, the citizens managed to defeat the demon. However, many were injured. Unlike her selfish sister, Iris continued to help people with her limited abilities. An old woman advised her. The old woman gave Iris a dandelion flower. Just follow the dandelion petals, and Iris would find the skilled Dr. Dante, the only one who could heal Phoebe's troubled heart.
Once I cure Phoebe, they'll recognize me.
Iris followed a path strewn with dandelion flowers. The path led her to a vast field of dandelions, bathed in warm sunlight and gentle breezes. Here, Iris met Dante, a young and talented doctor with a kind heart. Iris immediately admired Dante from their first meeting. Dante spent a lot of time with Iris, caring for her, teaching her medical knowledge. But in reality, Dante was the Demon King. However, because someone finally cared for and valued her, Iris didn't realize she was being deceived by Dante. Iris was happy by Dante's side. Nevertheless, she needed to save her sister.
Iris, you could stay here with me and forget about those who underestimated you.
I have to help my sister.
In that case, you'll need to obtain 3 of her rainbow feathers.
I can't. No one can touch her rainbow wings.
Then I can help you. Iris, only you can do it.
I will.
To approach Phoebe, Iris had to bypass the vigilant guards. This was a challenging task. However, Iris had a trump card up her sleeve. Although she lacked magical abilities like her sister, Iris possessed physical strength. She kept this hidden to avoid being perceived as awkward and ungraceful. She easily incapacitated the guards by targeting their weaknesses, temporarily rendering them unconscious. Iris stealthily entered Phoebe's bedroom. She sighed when she saw her venerable sister. Phoebe was asleep, still clutching the rainbow crown. Iris reached out to touch Phoebe's rainbow wings, and just before she was about to pluck the feathers, she suddenly stopped.
Should I take the rainbow crown? No, I won't be tempted by worldly desires. I've taken the rainbow feathers.
Thank you, Iris. You're too naive, Iris. The one who sent the rainbow crown to you is none other than me.
You deceived me!
Poor Iris was helpless, being exploited by the Demon King, Dante, without any recourse. He soared high, using a feather from Phoebe, breaking through the rainbow barrier, and opening the way for the horde of evil demons to invade the kingdom of Dandelion. Without the protectors of the rainbow, no one could defeat the wicked demons.
It's all my fault.
The situation was now extremely dire. Due to neglecting her role as a rainbow guardian, Phoebe could no longer harness her own power. Now, the demons no longer feared her. They completely overwhelmed Phoebe.
It can't be!
Dante used the second rainbow feather to manipulate Phoebe's mind. A massive surge of dark energy completely engulfed Phoebe, making it impossible for her to break free. The worst had happened. Rainbow Guardian Phoebe was corrupted by the Demon King, Dante, betraying everything she had once protected. In the darkest moment, the little bird that Iris had saved long ago returned. Seeing the little bird, Iris felt a surge of motivation. She decided to correct her mistakes herself. Iris and the little bird faced Dante, 2 demons, and their twin sister Phoebe. The demons showed no fear of Iris, a powerless rainbow bearer. Mockingly, they allowed Phoebe to attack her sister. Phoebe showed no mercy at all. This time, Iris was prepared.
Wake up, Phoebe! You are a good person! No! Please remember, Phoebe! You only took advantage of my kindness! Phoebe! You are a rainbow guardian! I will protect you! And everyone else! No! 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 No!
Iris's words stirred something in Phoebe. However, Dante's dark magic was too strong to be dispelled. Phoebe couldn't bear these conflicting emotions any longer. She unleashed a powerful burst of energy toward Iris. A huge explosion occurred, enveloping everything in a thick haze, obscuring Phoebe's vision entirely. Suddenly, Iris tore through the dust cloud and embraced Phoebe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not helping you, for making you do everything. I was jealous and wanted to be like you without realizing how exhausted you were. Help me! Someone help me! Come back to me, Phoebe.
Thanks to Iris, Phoebe regained her composure. The Demon King Dante could no longer manipulate her.
Iris, I'm sorry too.
Is it over yet?
No!
The cruel Dante set fire to the last rainbow feather. In doing so, he easily deprived Phoebe of her life. In her final moments, Phoebe used all her strength to touch Iris's tattered wings, transferring all her remaining power to Iris.
This is my gift to you, Iris.
Iris no longer needed the rainbow wings. All she wanted was to be by her twin sister's side.
No, I can't accept this. Thank you, Iris. Thanks to you, I've realized my flaws. Despite having boundless strength and the love of everyone, I should not have been complacent and lost myself in arrogance. In the absence of your protective embrace, I discovered how weak I truly was. It wasn't my lack of power, but my fragile heart. I couldn't face my own self. It's the end, Dante.
The Demon Lord Dante could never have anticipated this turn of events. His plan was supposed to be foolproof.
Don't pretend, you two!
Now, the two sisters, Iris and Phoebe, had each other, and the Demon King Dante was no match for them.
No!
Iris, Phoebe! We will always be together.
With their sisterly bond, the twin sisters Iris and Phoebe pushed back the horde of evil demons and restored the rainbow barrier of the Dandelion Kingdom. However, the power of the two sisters was not enough to prevent the dark fate awaiting Phoebe. Restoring the barrier had depleted her life force. Without her current abilities, Iris couldn't save her sister.
Iris, don't cry. I will always be with you.
Legend has it that after every rain, when you look up at the sky, you will see the rainbow goddess Iris waiting for her twin sister Phoebe to return. In a forgotten era, there lived a kingdom which was never lack of food, and the people there could live a comfortable life without having to work. There was so much food that it could be traded with neighboring countries, bringing wealth to the kingdom.
A ticket to the kingdom for anyone who subscribes to the WOA Fairy Tales channel. The ship will depart as soon as 1 million people subscribe.
All of this was thanks to the efforts of King Zemis, the one who possessed a powerful chest that created endless food for everyone.
Thanks to the noble King Zemis, who helped the goddess Amalthea in difficult times, we now live so comfortably.
But one day, the magical chest lost its power, and no food appeared.
Where's all the food gone?
King Zemis, who was enjoying a life of luxury, couldn't bear the scarcity.
People, from now on, everyone must work for me, and all their wealth must be handed over to my palace. Those who do not obey will be severely punished.
From a kingdom where people only had to enjoy life, now everyone had to work much harder, and illnesses became more and more popular.
Freya, my daughter, come here and take a rest.
Even Freya, the most beautiful girl in the kingdom, had to work diligently to help her family. The difficult life caused her parents to become seriously ill, so Freya worked even harder to support them. One morning, Freya found a wounded female goat in the garden and brought it home to take care of it. Freya's father knew that his daughter had just saved a goat.
You just take good care of it, my daughter. When it recovers, we will be able to get goat's milk to sell.
Felt pity for the wounded goat, but couldn't let her father's condition worsen, so she had to follow his advice. After a long time of caring, the goat finally recovered. The sale of goat milk brought some money to Freya's family, but it still wasn't enough to fully cure her parents.
I tried my best. Is there any way to save my parents?
Suddenly, the goat nudged Freya and tugged at her dress, as if trying to lead her somewhere. Freya curiously looked at the goat heading to the forest. Then, she decided to follow it. Both of them walked for a long time until they came upon a vast and beautiful meadow where thousands of goats were grazing. From a distance, a beautiful woman approached Freya.
Hello, I am the goddess of abundance, Amalthea, who watches over this beautiful plain. Hello, goddess. This must be your goat. I found it wounded, so I took care of it. I believe it now wants to return to you. Really, thank you. It brought you here to meet me for a reason. What's wrong with you?
Freya told the goddess the entire story of the kingdom's current situation. It seemed to help the goddess realize something.
So it's Cenis. Freya, you and the people were misled.
Long ago, the meadow welcomed humans, and they all enjoyed the food from the magical chest and the peace together. But one day, the goddess discovered that her magical chest was stolen. Amalthea goddess was really angry, but she couldn't retrieve it because she was forbidden to enter the human world. She also limited human access to the meadow.
The chest couldn't sustain indefinitely without my magic. This is the consequence of lazy humans relying on the power of the divine. So it was King Zemus who stole the goddess's chest, and it's not a gift.
Freya looked at the displeased goddess, but for her parents, she tried to beg the goddess once again.
We were wrong to rely on the power of the chest. Please forgive us and help my family, my goddess.
Seeing Freya's earnest plea, Goddess Amalthea felt compassion and decided to show her the way.
All right, because you also saved my goat. Follow my instructions if you want to save your parents. Bring the magical chest to me, and I will provide the medicine for your family.
Freya thanked the goddess and was transported back to the kingdom. She immediately went to King Zemis's castle, trying to find a way to sneak inside. Suddenly, Freya accidentally bumped into a nobleman. Startled, she tried to run away, but she was caught immediately.
Who are you? And why are you sneaking around here?
Freya felt that this person was not ordinary, so she remained silent, fearing she might be discovered stealing the chest.
I am Prince Brian. If you don't speak quickly, I'll have you arrested and punished.
Freya was in a hurry to retrieve the medicine for her parents, so she told Prince Brian the truth about the magical chest and the task given to her by Goddess Amalthea. Brian was shocked by the revelation about his father. He had witnessed the hardship and suffering of the people because of his father's greed over the past few days.
Let me help you find the chest. I want to free the people from this hunger and poverty.
Brian believed that Freya sneaking into the castle was dangerous, and she could easily be suspected due to her appearance. So he took her to a free merchant beauty salon to help her change her appearance. Although Freya was already beautiful, her new glamorous attire made her even more radiant. Despite their different social backgrounds, Brian's politeness and refinement made a deep impression on Freya. After the transformation, Brian took Freya back to the castle and introduced her to King Zemus as his fiancée. King Zemus was pleased to see Freya and was delighted that his eldest son had found someone to love. He agreed to hold a wedding for them on a suitable day.
Freya, stay here and rest for a few days. Brian, arrange accommodations for your fiancé.
Brian and Freya thanked King Zemus. Both were waiting for the right time to retrieve the chest. One night, Brian took Freya to a small room next to King Zemus's bedroom. The magical chest, which had once created endless food, was now an empty container sitting silently in the room. When Freya lifted the chest, a strange noise rang out, startling both of them. A hidden secret room behind a wardrobe was revealed. The two entered the secret chamber and discovered the missing queen who had disappeared years ago, lying quietly in a corner.
Queen! Why are you here?
Brian's exclamation alarmed King Zemis, who quickly woke up and rushed to the adjacent room to see what was happening.
Who's there?
Freya heard King Zemis and hurriedly pulled Brian away before they could be caught. King Zemis, unable to see clearly who had just run past, ordered his guards to capture the suspected intruders and then proceeded to inspect the secret room.
Capture those two immediately!
King Zemis felt relieved when he saw that the queen was still there, but next to her was a necklace that belonged to Brian. He realized that Prince Brian had discovered the truth and had hurriedly went find him. Freya led Brian into the forest in an attempt to find the meadow of Goddess Amalthea, but couldn't remember the path to get there. King Zemis pursued them, calling Brian's name and running as fast as he could. Suddenly, a strange light enveloped Freya, Brian, and King Zemis, transporting them to a different realm. Goddess Amalthea brought all three of them to her meadow. Freya quickly returned the magical chest to its owner. After being returned to its owner, the chest immediately restored its magic, causing food to be produced again. Suddenly, King Zemis rushed toward the goddess, attempting to seize the chest from her. Brian was so surprised, but he tried to rush there to stop his father from making a big mistake.
Brian, release me! I need the chest to save your mom!
It turned out that due to her inherent weakness, the Queen fell into a deep sleep after giving birth to healthy Brian. Zemis loved his wife deeply and spent all his wealth by exporting food to bring doctors from far and wide to cure her, but with no success. Not wanting Brian to blame himself for causing the Queen's illness, King Zemis concealed the truth about her condition. When he saw Brian distracted, he tried to escape, but Goddess Amalthea easily used her powers to take the chest from him. Freya witnessed the entire situation and felt empathy for King Zemis and Prince Brian.
Honorable Goddess Amalthea, please save my kingdom this time. We promise to work diligently and earn our living by our own efforts.
Seeing that they had all learned a valuable lesson, Goddess Amalthea agreed to help those pitiful people.
Freya, this is my promise to you. Thank you for your help. And King Zemis, you have committed a great offense against me. To save your queen, you must renounce your throne, or else I will punish your queen and your son.
With his great love for the Queen, King Zemis agreed to the goddess's condition.
Brian, my son, take the throne from me and restore the kingdom with your own efforts.
Brian, in order to save the Queen, fulfilled his father's wish and kept his promise, agreed to the goddess's conditions. Goddess Amalthea was pleased to provide the healing medicine and then return them to the kingdom. The miraculous medicine she provided helped all those who had been sick recover their health. King Zemis gave the throne to Prince Brian and left the royal palace, as he had promised to the goddess. Brian became the king and married Freya. Together, they cared for their citizens, providing them with a happy and abundant life. From then on, the kingdom celebrated an annual festival in honor of Goddess Amalthea for saving their kingdom and praying for bountiful harvests.
No, Lucifer, please! Please don't go, Lucifer! Huh? It's that strange dream again! Who is that man?
Although she didn't know who he was, Hannah had a special feeling about him.
Hannah, why are you still here at this moment? It's almost time to set off.
Yes, Mother. Where's Haley?
Your younger sister is eagerly waiting there.
Mother, won't you tell her?
If your sister finds out that she has to become the bride of hell instead of heaven, she will mess everything up.
Hannah and Haley were twin princesses, but their personalities were completely opposite. On the day of their blessing, Hannah was fortunate to receive the blessing of an angel, destined to become an angel's bride. However, when it was Haley's turn, the Lord of Hell suddenly appeared. No one there, not even an angel with enough power to fight against him. Therefore, they had to accept that he would do what he wanted.
Haley, my beautiful princess, you will have a strong personality, and I will have a bride of hell.
As they grew up, while Hannah was obedient and loved by everyone, Haley was extremely mischievous and constantly caused trouble, making everyone frustrated but helpless. However, thinking about the fact that Haley would become the bride of hell in the future, the king and queen couldn't punish her. Because they didn't want Haley to disrupt the wedding ceremony, they decided to keep the secret with only let Hannah know the truth. Both sisters were placed on two different carriages. One flew to heaven, and the other went directly to hell. To deceive Haley, the king had the carriage designed in such a way that it could transform without letting the one inside notice. After the two carriages were brought to the sacred cliff, everyone had to leave. Suddenly, Haley let out a loud cry. Worrying for her sister, Hannah immediately got out of her carriage. Suddenly, Haley had waited outside and struck her sister unconscious. It turned out that Haley had accidentally heard the conversation that night and knew everything. Unwilling to accept her fate, she had come up with a plan to switch places with her sister. When Hannah woke up, she found herself in hell.
Oh, my bride has awakened. Welcome to hell.
There seems to be a misunderstanding here. I am Hannah, not Haley. I am not the bride of the underworld.
There is no mistake at all, because my bride is the only one that can pass through that destiny bridge.
I don't know how, but I truly do not belong here.
Hannah wanted to leave, but he immediately stopped her.
If you dare to leave, I will ruin your entire kingdom.
How dare you!
Oh, it seems like you've forgotten that I am the Lord of Hell, haven't you? However, if you stay here for 1 month, and if you still wish to leave after that, I will let you go.
Are you trying to deceive me?
What would I gain from deceiving you? This is hell fruit, my dear. Whenever you change your mind, just eat it. You'll be shared a part of my power.
Although she didn't know what he was planning, Hannah knew there was still a chance to return, so she reluctantly listened to him. Thought that she would endure great suffering, but when she saw the room Lucifer had prepared for her, Hannah was extremely surprised. It was nothing different from her room before. Suddenly, Belial, the second most powerful devil in hell just after Lucifer, appeared and approached Hannah. Belial seemed to sympathize greatly with Hannah and gradually gained her trust.
I don't really understand. You're a devil, yet you're treating a human like me so kindly? Because you're interesting. You're the first human daring enough to stay here in hell.
Suddenly, Hannah felt extremely uncomfortable.
What's wrong with you, Hannah?
I don't know, Bella. I have just felt these sudden, sharp pains in my body recently.
I didn't want to tell you this earlier because I was afraid you would worry, but it's time you have to know.
What is it? Please tell me.
I've heard that your sister, after the unauthorized switch, was discovered and punished by the angels. Because you are identical twins, you can feel her pain.
Oh no, I have to help her, but Lucifer won't easily let me leave hell. What should I do now? I can help you. If you help me, will you be punished by him? And will he do anything to my family? When you arrive in heaven, the angels will protect you and your family. As for me, I might face consequences, but it's okay, because I'm one of the most important demons in hell.
Hearing that, Hannah felt somewhat relieved. Indeed, with Belia's help, Hannah could easily escape from hell.
I'm really grateful to you, Belia. There's one more thing. Although you're the bride of heaven, you've spent some time in hell. They may make it a little bit difficult to you. Angels are known for their strict rules. I'll give you a bit of magic to use when necessary. After all, it's better to be prepared, isn't it?
Without hesitation, Hannah accepted Belia's offer and received a source of power from her. Then, she quickly ascended to heaven on a golden staircase. However, as she was about to enter, a gatekeeper blocked her.
I am Princess Hannah, the bride of the angels. I need to enter.
You have hell smell. You're not allowed to step inside.
Although Hannah tried her best to persuade, the gatekeeper remained adamant. Without other choices, Hannah had to use the power that Belia had given her to distract the gatekeeper. Thanks to that, she was able to sneak inside. Using their twin telepathy, she could quickly locate her imprisoned sister.
Haley, it's me. Are you all right? Sister, how do you know I'm here? And what happened to your eyes? I'll explain everything later. Let's get out of here quickly.
However, before they could leave, they were discovered by the angels. Knowing that they couldn't escape, Hannah pleaded sincerely. With her sincerity, angels finally accepted to forgive her sister. But on one condition, that she had to cleanse all the demonic power within her with holy water. Knowing that it would be painful, but for her sister, Hannah agreed to undergo the cleansing ritual. However, Hannah didn't realize that Belia's intention was not as simple as lending her strength. In reality, Belia wanted to turn her into a true devil. The holy water began corroding Hannah's body. Suddenly, Lucifer rushed in from nowhere and got Hannah out of the way. Getting too much holy water made Lucifer's power significantly weaken. The appearance of Lucifer in heaven's domain alerted the angels, who immediately attacked him. Lucifer tried to fight against them while helping Hannah recover from her injuries.
What are you doing? Why are you saving me?
Because I love you.
Before Hannah could react, Lucifer placed a small gem on her forehead, and a rush of memories flowed into her mind immediately. The images of Hannah and Lucifer in the old days appeared right before her eyes. She saw their past as angels, living happily together. Until the day Lucifer turned into a fallen angel. Though Hannah did not follow him, she obstructed other angels to help him escape. As a result, she lost her powers and was banished from heaven. As Hannah remembered everything, Lucifer's strength continued to exhaust. She suddenly remembered the hell fruit that Lucifer had given her. Hannah took it out and bite. Immediately, she felt the power of hell flowing inside her. She quickly took Lucifer out of heaven and brought him back to hell safely.
Have you been planning everything all along to make me the bride of hell? The curse that year, in reality, meant for me, and Haley was just the one who would help you accomplish that.
Yes, I've done everything because I love you. I want you to be by my side and rule this hell with me.
I still don't get it. Why you choose the path of becoming a demon? Isn't being an angel better?
Humans always have both good and evil sides. Some choose the path of being good because they fear punishment more than they embrace goodness.
So you want to be the Lord of Hell to punish the evil?
Getting to know his ideals, Hannah decided to stay in hell with him and enjoy their happy days together. As for Belia, for deceiving Hannah and trying to harm her, Lucifer placed a permanent curse on her, making her forever bound to obey Hannah. For a powerful devil, serving someone weaker was a profound humiliation.
Once upon a time, in the early days, there appeared planets of sweetness in the galaxy. The planet Ice Cream was covered in a pure, cool, and refreshing white color. Houses and trees were formed from gigantic ice cream cones. Every princess of the Ice Cream planet had the magical power to shoot ice, freezing everything around. Among them, Beva had superior powers. She could create thick layers of ice, ward off the heat of the sun, and protect the planet. Next to the planet Ice Cream stood the planet Candy. The planet Candy dazzled people with its vibrant and colourful candies. A gentle river of chocolate flowed around everything. And the houses and landscapes were made of various sweet treats. As you passed through, you could hear the joyful sound of popping candies. Shardy, the leader of the planet, had the ability to transform everything into delightful sweet treats. The neighbor of the candy planet was the planet Cake. The planet Cake exuded a simple and pure beauty, where the houses were made of cookies, biscuits, and sponge cakes. The air carried a sweet aroma of freshly baked cakes, and in the distance you could hear the delightful sound of cake bells. Princess Yana possessed the magic to seal everything within an invisible thread. Lastly, there was the planet Pudding, radiating smoothness and gentleness. From the sky to the ground, everything was soft and tender. Ari, the Pudding Princess, had the ability to soften even the hardest things, making them tender and delicate. However, these planets did not get along well with each other, which made it easier for evil forces to invade. The planet Candy was the first target of the ant tribe, who had poisonous legs that caused damage to all the sweets. Princess Shardy tried to use her powers to protect the planet, but failed to defeat them. Shardy decided to seek help from the other planets, but received cold rejections. Upon returning to her planet and seeing the devastation, Shardy burst into tears.
It's all because of me. I'm utterly useless for not being able to protect my own planet.
Princess, don't blame yourself. We'll always be by your side.
In the past, my older sister Kari was the most powerful. But since she became the queen, she only sent letters saying she wouldn't fulfill her mission in another land. I've tried every means to contact her, but I couldn't find her.
Just then, the news of the intergalactic beauty pageant spread.
Another beauty pageant? Isn't my sister the reigning queen? That's strange. I must participate to meet the queen and find answers about my sister.
The day of the beauty pageant arrived, and all the princesses gathered in the hall of the Galaxy Kingdom. Everyone was dressed splendidly, while Shardy wore an old dress. People mocked and jeered at her. The official competition began, and the host introduced the various rounds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Galaxy Peace Queen Pageant. The competition consists of 3 rounds: Evening Gown Showcase, Talent Round, and Question and Answer Round. Those who advance to the 3rd round will have a direct audience with the Queen of the Galaxy, Apora.
That's right. I have to meet the queen to inquire about my sister's whereabouts. I must make it to the 3rd round.
Shardy quietly observed while waiting for the contestants to get ready for the 1st round.
How can I win this round? They are all so beautiful. Give up! No matter how hard you try, it's useless.
The host started calling the names of each contestant. The Evening Gown Showcase round is about to begin. The first contestant is from the Ice Cream Planet, Beva. The second contestant is from the Cake Planet. The third contestant is from the Pudding Planet. And Shardy is the final catwalk contestant. Finally, the princess from the Candy Planet has arrived. Shardy!
Her dress is so ugly. Does she have any other dress?
Hers is older than mine.
At the same time, the other contestants were returning to their positions.
Sorry, I must make it to the next round.
She quietly transformed candies to disrupt the performances of the other contestants without anyone noticing. The princesses sitting on the stage were shocked and cried out in pain. And of course, Shardy received the highest score in the first round. The second round is the talent round. Contestants, please prepare your most outstanding performances. First up, let's welcome contestant Beva. Beva stepped forward. Suddenly, the lights went out. On the stage, there was only one spotlight shining on Beva, making her stand out. Her feet glided gracefully, as if she were wearing ice skates. Beva could even create ice from her hands.
I'm sorry, Beva.
As Beva approached the wings, unexpectedly, a candy stick pricked her foot. Feeling embarrassed, Beva gave up on her performance. And the next contestant, Yana! Yana began her performance. Strands of pasta gracefully flew through the air from her sleeves and twirled around Yana like a whirlwind.
Jana, forgive me.
Suddenly, a long candy bar flew towards Yana. Yana got confused and the strands of pasta entangled her like a mummy. Yana decided to give up on her performance. Next up, contestant Ari! Ari performed a dance routine on giant puddings. The soft puddings acted as springboards, propelling Ari from one side to the other.
Ari, I have no other choice.
Ari stumbled, and small pudding cubes fell on her head. Ari quickly gave up as well. There's no need to argue. At the end of the round, once again, Shardy secured the highest score. The winner of the second round is Shardy! The final round, the question and answer session came, and Shardy was taken to meet Queen Ipora. It was a special room where Shardy couldn't see the Queen's appearance.
Hello, Queen Ipora. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Run away! It's the Queen's trap!
Startled, Shardy rushed to pull the curtain forcefully.
Sister! Run! She's coming! The Queen has been kidnapping the most beautiful and talented girls to absorb their life force and remain forever young! It's too late now!
Ipora rushed forwards and cast a spell on Shardy, rendering her unable to move, her whole body frozen.
Ah! You monster! You'll never be beautiful by carrying an evil heart! I will defeat you! Ha 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 ha! How will you do that? Like this?
After their failed performances, the princesses began to suspect something was wrong. They secretly followed Shardy to the Queen's room to find the truth. They listened to Shardy's story and Kari's revelation about the evil Queen Ipora.
Shardy, you played dirty because you realized the contest had issues, just like the mysterious disappearance of our sister. We will help you protect Kari and fight against her.
Your imitations! Don't talk too much!
Yana shot out strands of pasta that tightly wrapped around Ipora, immobilizing her. Immediately, Beva quickly shot ice blocks to encase Ipora. Without hesitation, Shardy transformed into a candy rocket and forced herself inside. Finally, Ari turned into a pudding launch pad, ending the battle. Shardy and the princesses brought Kari back to the Candy Planet. Together, they helped Kari regain her original appearance.
Huh?
People from different planets came to celebrate with the Candy Planet. They all joined forces to repair and restore the Sweet Planet after the attack of the Ant Tribe. Thus, the Candy Planet was revived and adorned itself with a sweet and enchanting beauty once again. From then on, the 4 planets, ice cream, candy, cake and pudding, lived peacefully, creating a sparkling and beautiful galaxy.
They say home is where the heart is. But why do I always feel this place is so fake? Out there, what is waiting for me? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following. 100 years ago, the myriad creatures lived happily in the forest. Tragedy struck when the forest deity mysteriously disappeared. In its place was a ferocious lava monster. It wreaked havoc on everything and brought a veil of darkness. The forest was no longer a safe haven. They spread rumors that the very monster defeated the forest deity and took his mystical heart. In the face of this sorrow, the skilled fox person Marwood helped them build a magical crystal kingdom.
Thanks to you, Marwood. It's all thanks to the divine seed that the spirits bestowed upon me.
Listening to Marwood, the myriad creatures stayed in this land. They believed that leaving meant certain doom. Every day they mined stone ore, depleting the remaining resources outside, all for the sake of the tribal leader's kingdom. And in return, a warm and happy life. Among these myriad creatures, there was a pair of unicorn spouses. Lately, the wife had been hearing strange whispers, urging her to escape. She ventured deep into the forest, acting as if enchanted. When the husband arrived, the mother had departed forever. Only a newborn child remained. In that moment, he swore to protect his daughter for a lifetime. Savannah, the unicorn, a child born of the forest, but not allowed to return. The mysterious origin of Savannah made her look different from other unicorns. They called her an anomaly, an orphan. She found solace in the trees outside. They were her closest friends.
Come back quickly, Savannah. Do you know how dangerous this place is?
But Dad!
You're not allowed to come here anymore. I forbid it.
Despite the prohibition, Savannah would often sneak out to read the ancient scrolls left by her ancestors. The unicorns used to live so happily with nature, didn't they? Savannah continued to grow. Luckily, she had a friend, the fairy bunny Hazel.
Oh, how wonderful! Wherever you go, the birds follow. I don't understand it either. Look, I can even do this!
But the strange occurrences didn't stop there. Savannah often had dreams of the forest, where she saw the divine seed that Marwood always guarded. Savannah decided to seek answers about herself. It's safe. Immediately, both of them were pulled into a magical, virtual world. Under the warm light of the enchanted forest, Savannah and Hazel frolicked freely on the lush meadows. The forest was truly majestic and poetic.
These peaches are so delicious.
Please, return my heart. Give it back to me.
The divine seed is the heart of yours? So Marwood is the thief.
This is the only way for the myriad creatures to return to the forest.
Listening to the forest deity, Savannah was determined to become the one who could save him. Little did they know that taking the divine seed also meant the Crystal Kingdom would crumble. The seal broke and the swamp creatures surged in, incredibly dangerous.
Wait there! I'll bring the seed back!
As soon as they set foot in the real forest, Savannah felt a surge of fairy power in her body. She unlocked a powerful ability to control plants.
Watch this!
The sky seemed to brighten as Savannah appeared, and the forest was liberated from the dark night. Following the guidance of the divine seed, they arrived at a dangerous mountain pass. Savannah easily crossed it with Hazel. However, the world before them was a barren desert, completely different from the natural experiences they had before.
Could it be too late to save the forest?
Finally, I caught up with you. Come on, give me the seed. Your father is in danger.
As soon as Marwood's border broke, the lava monster would destroy all life within it.
You don't want all the creatures to face extinction, do you?
Though she wanted to save the forest, Savannah couldn't abandon her father.
No! Don't give it to him! Remember your destiny, Savannah!
Suddenly, an image projected from the divine seed. As Savannah predicted, Marwood, driven by boundless greed, had stolen the forest deity's heart. However, when the forest deity vanished, the lava monster appeared and demanded its heart back. Marwood and the lava monster engaged in a terrible battle. Before fleeing, he realized the lava monster was none other than the forest deity that had been corrupted. Marwood had exploited the creature's resource exploitation, turning the once lush forest into a barren land. So that's why it led to that curse.
Give it here!
The lava monster suddenly awakened from the nightmare of vengeance after 100 years.
Be careful, Savannah! Oh, Hazel, save him!
I believe in you. And that was the last word her beloved best friend had for Savannah. In that moment of desperation, Savannah looked deep into the deity's eyes.
Please, return to your true self.
Deceitful! All deceitful!
That moment, Savannah embraced her fate and spread her arms to embrace the deity. Her entire body ignited, but she didn't care. With intense hatred, the deity set its own heart ablaze. Just as Savannah was about to fight, she was drawn into the subconscious of the forest deity. In front of her were images of the past.
Before I was corrupted, I split my heart in two. One half became the divine seed. The other half was guarded by the forest spirits. And I waited for the most empathetic and purest soul to give my heart to. You are the chosen one, Savannah.
I can feel the heartbeat of the forest.
The answer about herself that she had been seeking for so long. The past faded away, and a new vision appeared.
Come on, Savannah, make your choice. Do you want to enjoy or challenge?
Door number 1 will bring Savannah a comfortable life in the Crystal Kingdom. The forest deity will use its remaining power to let this land prosper for another 300 years.
I will protect my family and all the creatures.
At door number 2, Savannah will gain extraordinary power. Enough to bring the forest unicorn tribe to a new forest. But this Oride land and the Crystal Kingdom will be forever destroyed, along with the creatures within.
What will it be?
I don't want to choose anything. It's too selfish. I just want to save you.
Yes, I guessed correctly. You're ready. Now, step through the...
Savannah returned to the Crystal Kingdom, but everything was gone.
Why is it like this?
From now on, this forest will be re-established. Let me become the new forest deity, my dear. I no longer have the strength, but I trust you.
Savannah embraced the forest deity one last time, bidding farewell. Then she used all her strength to regenerate each tree, creating a lush forest. The myriad creatures also pitched in to help. Marwood was imprisoned for his crimes. From then on, all the myriad creatures lived happily together. They no longer feared stepping out of their safe haven, but always aimed to protect nature and what was most genuine.
500 years ago in Dreamland, a realm where magical creatures once thrived, a great devastation occurred. After a fierce battle with the Raven clan, the Raven King sought to kidnap the precious fairy alchemist, mercilessly slaughtering wherever he went. In the end, the Flower Fairy clan had to sacrifice half of their kin to steal away the Raven King. Since then, the chief of the Floral Fairy clan was honored as the ruler of the island. However, the Raven King's imprisonment is merely temporary. Given a day of sufficient strength, he can break free completely. And that day finally arrived. In an instant, the beauty of Dreamland vanished.
You have shattered my family, and now it's time for you to pay.
Mother of Floral Fairy Peony entrusted all of their flower spirit, the essence of their magic power, to her daughter. This was to protect her and send her back to the past 500 years ago. The fusion resulted in the sacrifice of all the floral fairies. Peony carried a great responsibility to defeat the Raven King before he succumbed to darkness. Peony lost all her strength and was severely wounded, falling into the human world. She also encountered a group of demon hunters who specialized in hunting spirits, stripping them of their magic and selling them to the wealthy.
Oh, a floral fairy. How about surrendering yourself to us humans now?
Release me at once! Peony was completely drained, feeling helpless and shedding tears. And at her most desperate moment, Ryan appeared.
It's you again, you little fool! Go away!
Ryan had always been slow and clumsy since birth. He had a large body, but a mind no different from a 10-year-old child. Whenever he had the chance, Ryan secretly tried to release the prey of the demon hunters. That's why he was always despised. Who are you? Being rejected and driven away, Ryan retreated deep into the forest to live.
But beautiful. You're so beautiful.
What's with the stammering, you foolish boy?
Huh?
In the following days, Ryan diligently took care of Peony, passionately tending to her wounds. Gradually, Peony was moved by his warmth. Although he was foolish, he was truly kind-hearted. Of course, Peony didn't forget her mission. However, she didn't know where to find and gather information about the Raven King now. She only knew that he had a distinctive raven feather-shaped mark on his chest, the source of his power's corruption. Ryan always helped her gather information about the Raven King. On the 7th day, there was no news about the Raven, but mysterious incidents occurred on the streets. It involved the disappearance of a series of young girls reaching maturity.
Furthermore, the number of wild creatures in the forest was decreasing. One sleepless night, a disturbing event took place. Something's wrong. Let's go, Ryan. No! Get away quickly!
The mark on the tiger's forehead! I saw it at the crime scenes!
There are many rumors that in order to gain more power, the Raven King took the lives of many young girls and wild animals to refine his elixirs. This must be connected to him. However, with her current power, she would struggle to oppose him. When her magical power was restored, Peony bid farewell to Ryan and decided to go to Dreamland to find the clan chief. At that time, her floral clan was not yet the most powerful. In terms of hierarchy, he was her grandfather.
Nonsense. Time cannot be reversed. And are you truly a floral fairy?
Everything I've said is the truth. The clan chief's attitude changed, and he immediately welcomed her into the flower clan. Peony was treated as a true princess according to the standards of that era. Day and night, she worked with the clan chief to find a way to defeat the Raven King. She also contributed her magical power to strengthen the flower army. Things changed one day. Help me! The mark on her forehead! Please save me! The floral goddess will take away my soul to refine his elixirs! Ah! Peony grew suspicious and secretly followed her. She couldn't believe her eyes when she discovered the clan chief's secret chamber. It held a large number of young girls and various beasts and creatures with marks on their heads. The mastermind behind it all was her grandfather, not the Raven King at all. The destruction of Dreamland was also due to false accusations and the loss of his family. It's all deception!
In the end, you also fell for it.
From the beginning, he didn't believe her words. He only played along to exploit her power. Furthermore, she would be the crucial factor in making his elixirs even stronger. The most despicable enemy has always been the one closest to me. I won't forgive you.
Get her quickly!
The gate! Open now! Oh, Ryan! Unsettled about Peony and always longing for her, Ryan silently watched from outside the gate every day. Just seeing her figure appear one more time would make the foolish boy extremely happy. When Ryan saw Peony being attacked by floral soldiers, he didn't hesitate and immediately stepped forward to protect her.
Don't touch Peony!
You're just a weak mortal! You could lose your life! No! Peony was filled with pain and madness, seeing that fragile figure collapse.
Don't cry, milady.
You fool! How can you still speak at a time like this? Suddenly, A raven feather emerged from Ryan's chest, glowing brightly. A raven feather! Could it be that Ryan is... The surge of powerful magic transformed Ryan into the Raven King of legends.
I'm not a human. Why?
The magical tears and intense desire for love towards Peony unlocked his true form. Peony realized that she was the reason behind Ryan's corruption 500 years ago. Perhaps in the past, she had to leave, leading Ryan to seek revenge obsessively. Ryan, I really don't know what to do anymore. If she found a way to defeat the chief, it would mean the end of descendants like her, and the Floral clan would be wiped out. However, if she let him continue his actions unchecked, a terrible catastrophe would befall Dreamland. The inevitable battle among her, Ryan, and the chief was unavoidable. But as long as Peony remained safe, Ryan wouldn't be able to fully unleash his power to defeat the chief. For that to happen, even if it pained her greatly, she had to disappear. She needed to find a reason to keep Ryan staying temporarily. Heartbroken, she reluctantly returned to meet the chief. For the future of our clan, I'm willing to give up all my magical powers for you to take over Dreamland.
Excellent! Finally you understand!
Before bidding farewell to her floral soul, Peony secretly sent a signal to Ryan. It turned out she tricked him into believing that the chief had taken something extremely important that only she could retrieve. And when she sent the signal, Ryan would surely appear. When Ryan arrived, Peony had already retrieved her floral soul. There was one thing the chief didn't anticipate. Peony's flower soul was mixed with the magic of other floral spirits, giving her tremendous power. Entering the battle meant that she could once again travel through time, return to the future, and create a tremendous explosion, destroying everything the chief had collected.
You traitor!
You must defeat the evil! My departure is voluntary! Dreamland is innocent! Don't seek blind revenge!
Wait, milady!
Wait for me! We will meet again! When she opened her eyes, Peony found everything unfamiliar. Dreamland's scenery remained as beautiful as before the destruction. Peony hurriedly went to the main palace, where the history of the entire region was kept. 500 years ago, the cruel and wicked chief of the Floral clan was defeated by a hero named Ryan. After the battle, Ryan was gravely injured and his body was preserved and treated. The succeeding chief of the Floral clan redeemed himself by providing magical power for 500 years to protect and nurture the hero's body, awaiting his awakening. Although they no longer held the position of island rulers, the Floral clan still made significant contributions to the prosperity of the entire region. Peony knew that it was a bell signaling something. Finally, I fulfilled the promise we made 500 years ago.
A new working day began inside the beautiful Dreamland garden. With two fairies, the Fairy of Water Ondine and the Fairy of Fire Sol.
However, unlike Ondine, who could easily fly and cast spells, Sol was an elf without wings, so she always had difficulty moving. Even sometimes Sol accidentally caused unexpected incidents, so her mood was very sad. I wish I could be Ondine, having wings to fly freely. As for me, it's okay, these wings that I voluntarily exchanged to the senior for the portal to the Dark Witch. For the portal to the Dark Witch. So, after fulfilling my wish, the senior came to get the wings as in the agreed contract. But for the sake of the people's peace, I'm willing to do it. So fighting Sol, even without wings, everything will be fine. Although Sol always tried to appear cheerful, Ondine knew she was under a lot of pressure after losing her wings. Therefore, he always tried to do whatever it took to help Sol get her wings back.
What is this? The magic lamp!
That's right. This treasure has the ability to grant all wishes in the world.
Great! So Sol is about to get her wings back. Pirate, can you lend us the potion Mermaid? The one with the ability to help anyone who drinks it to move in the sea?
Of course, I can give you the potion, but the place to keep this treasure is in the mysterious ship, deep in the ocean. The way there is extremely dangerous. Many people have gone once and never returned. I'm afraid if I let you two go to find it.
Pirate, I know you're worried about us, but this is the only way to get Sol's wings back. The wings she sacrificed to protect everyone.
Hearing Ondine's persuasive words, the pirate elf nodded and handed the mermaid potion to the two friends.
I see, but if it is dangerous, you two should hurry to go back.
Thank you.
After that, thanks to the potion, Sol and Ondine were able to easily move under the sea. Following the instructions and help of the sea creatures, they finally got close to where the magic lamp was hidden. However, in order to reach the final destination, Sol and Ondine were forced to traverse the tornadoes ahead of them. What should we do? These tornadoes are so big that we can't go through them.
There's a way! My magic bubble will help us get there safely.
Having said that, they used magic bubbles to pass through the tornadoes. However, near the destination, Sol and Ondine were faced with a huge lightning tornado that they could not easily pass through. Even the whirlwinds behind began to surround them. In an emergency moment, Ondine noticed the flickering lights in the middle of the giant tornado. He decided to rush straight into it to find a way out.
Sol, hold my hand. I'll get us out of here.
Okay, I believe in you. Finally, after trying to use magic against the tornado, Ondine and Sol also managed to reach the ship that held the magic lamp.
Who are you? Why arrest us?
I am the Sea Witch, who specializes in gathering the powers of creatures to obtain the ultimate magic. And it's lucky that today I meet the fire and water fairies with powerful magic here. You two will give me more magic to rule this place.
It's not that easy. Sol, let's attack.
Saying that Ondine attacked unexpectedly the Sea Witch and freed both of them. They then quickly teamed up to push the Sea Witch towards the tornado. However, she was not an easy person to deal with. She immediately pulled them with her. If I'm destroyed, I'll take you two with me too!
Soul, move! Ah!
Saul was pushed towards the ship, but her injuries were so severe that she gradually lost consciousness. When Saul woke up, she was shocked to find herself tied up, and in front of her was Ondine. However, that was a strange Ondine. Ondine, what's wrong with you? Why are you surrounded by the dark magic of the Dark Wizard?
Because I am the Dark Wizard.
Saying that Ondine attacked Saul, but she managed to dodge it. However, Ondine did not give up and continued to shoot spells at Saul. And thanks to that, Saul discovered that her healthy wings that were lost had returned.
I have wings? But how could it be? Ah!
You seem happy to have wings, don't you? So what if I destroy it and destroy you too?
No, Ondine, don't! Or I'll have to handle you!
Try it. I don't believe you can touch me.
Yes, I can't hurt you. But I can hurt the person behind you!
What?
As it turned out, by the light of the scepter, Saul knew the Sea Witch was controlling Ondine and quickly defeated her. And finally, they returned to the ship containing the magic lamp.
What talented descendants of the Light Fairy tribe who dare to overcome their own challenges and fears many times to come here.
You still alive? And why? Why do you have a magic lamp in your hand?
Because I am the owner of the magic lamp, as well as the one who challenged the two of you on the way here. I want to make sure if the person who was going to be granted the wish was worth it. And with what you've shown, I'd be happy to grant you the wish you desire, which is to get the wings you want.
Having said that, the Sea Witch cast a spell, and many colorful fishes appeared on Saul's side.
Now, choose a pair of wings based on the color of this magic fish, and it will be yours.
That's how is it? Thank you.
Historia is a gentle, feminine princess, beautiful like a goddess. In stark contrast is the ruthless female vampire, Bellatrix. Surprisingly, these two share a special bond. Historia was molded into the ideal princess, whether she wanted it or not.
Historia! Stand up straight! Let your hair grow long. Wear more feminine dresses. Eat with elegance. You must smile. You must be kind. That's what it means to be feminine. That's what it means to be a princess.
Historia's goodness inadvertently led her to...
All right, you have to run now.
Rescue Bellatrix, who would become a self-centered vampire queen. She transforms beautiful men and women into vampires. She devastates the human lands to expand her vampire territory. But after years of inconclusive warfare, she decides...
Kidnap the human princess to threaten them!
Bellatrix attacks Historia and the neighboring Prince Aaron during their excursion. Despite having weapons against vampires, Aaron and his soldiers are defeated. But Bellatrix and Historia are taken aback when...
You are that person!
Aaron seizes the opportunity to capture Bellatrix while she's distracted. He accomplishes a great feat and is rewarded with Historia's hand by the king.
Do I really love Aaron? Yeah, but I'm a princess. I have to obey.
But what Historia truly cares about is Bellatrix. She's kept as a hostage to negotiate with the vampire clan.
Princess, thanks for saving me back then, so I can go on to feast on human blood. Ha ha.
Bellatrix expected Historia to berate her, but...
This is food. Just tell me what you need. Just don't do bad things anymore.
Huh. Why? Aren't you afraid I'll capture you? Why don't you yell at me? Ha! A princess can't do that. I have to redeem you, for everyone's sake. Hypocrite! You hypocrite! Don't even try to deceive me!
Bellatrix has never known love. Her parents only wanted her to become a ruthless machine. Servants and humans used to fear her. The princess's kindness truly touches her. The following night, Historia visits the female vampire again.
Why the long face? Did your father get bitten by vampires?
Actually...
Due to a delayed meeting with Erin, the princess is severely scolded.
They say I'm not a proper princess. I just bother them.
You hypocrite! I'm cruel, I'm selfish, but I'm definitely happier than you. If you can't think for yourself, then cry for the rest of your life.
Being a princess, it's not that easy, is it?
The next day, the princess has to meet Erin.
I don't want to meet Aaron. I don't love him. Should I listen to Bellatrix? Aaron? I'm not feeling well. Can we skip our meeting today? Aaron agreed immediately. What should I do, huh? No one told me what to do?
For the first time, Historia has a day to herself, not having to play the perfect princess.
It's all thanks to you. I really appreciate your advice.
Nonsense!
From then on, the princess heeds Bellatrix's advice.
If you don't like the prince, why meet him? If long hair bothers you, cut it. If the dress is uncomfortable, change it.
Wow.
Oh my, she's so beautiful!
She's even more captivating than before.
Living as herself, Historia is much happier, even though some are alarmed by the change. The king tries to suppress Historia's rebellion, but when he scolds her...
Feminine? Act like a princess? Did you ever ask if I wanted this?
When she's imprisoned, she escapes in every way possible. In the end, the king is left with no options. It's no wonder that the princess becomes increasingly close to the vampire queen.
Thank you.
Thanks to Historia, Bellatrix gradually becomes more gentle and open. The two become friends, though Historia doesn't realize that it's all part of Bellatrix's plan.
Just a few more days, and when these wings are healed, Historia... No! I must escape from here!
Bellatrix's opportunity has also come.
Bellatrix? What's wrong, Bellatrix?
Vampires need moonlight energy, though. They won't let me. I can't survive.
Historia can't bear to see her friends suffer.
so seriously injured. She probably can't escape.
The princess secretly gets the key to the cage. But carelessly, Erin sees her.
Hang on, Bellatrix. Just a little longer.
And just as the cage is opened, Bellatrix seizes the chance. She never expected that this room had been sealed.
Don't let Bellatrix escape! I know everything now! So, Historia, I never expected.
Huh?
The Vampire Queen is quickly captured. Before defeating numerous soldiers, causing both the king and his horsemen great injury.
Father, let me go. It's not what you think. I trusted you. I considered you a friend. How could you lie to me? Why?
Bellatrix remains silent. She understands the pain of disappointing someone who loves you. Both are brought to trial the next day for their heinous crimes. Bellatrix must atone immediately, while Historia...
I know the princess is innocent!
The evil vampire used the princess!
She's released immediately. Perhaps everything was orchestrated.
I'm sorry. Historia, I betrayed your trust. You're my friend. I really thank you. Live happily, Cardiff, for yourself.
Historia realizes her friend has changed.
Run as soon as the cage is open, I'll cover for you.
But
don't ask why.
No one realizes Bellatrix has been untied until the cage is opened.
She's not tied up! Shoot her! Shoot her now!
She quickly takes flight. But when she reaches the blue sky, the vampire feels something is amiss. Historia has been struck by an arrow, and it's unlikely she'll survive. Humans with such severe wounds often do not recover.
there's only one way. Turn her into a vampire.
The king reluctantly accepts the only option to save his daughter. Historia is revived with a new identity.
Father? Aaron? Bella?
She becomes a vampire. Bellatrix is exonerated, but Historia must leave the human kingdom forever.
No. But...
I'm sorry. You're a good guy. But I don't love you.
Historia is no longer human, but she's happy because she's free to live for herself. Bellatrix, on the other hand, becomes a gentler vampire queen and starts caring about others. And the two of them, now more than just kindred spirits, remain together as close friends for eternity.
Once upon a time, in a vast and magnificent forest, there stood a grand and majestic castle. It was the dwelling place of the unicorn tribe. The Unicorn King had a remarkably beautiful princess named Maya. She was cherished and doted on by her royal father. Maya was innocent and pure, to the extent that even the birds dared not sing loudly for fear of startling her. However, nobody is perfect. And Maya could be stubborn and clumsy at times, which often led to comical situations. As time passed by, Maya turned 18 and blossomed into a more beautiful and radiant young lady than ever before. Her unicorn horn shimmered in 7 dazzling colors. Nevertheless, her horn became sharper and more powerful. making people somewhat wary of being near her. During a training session, Maya accidentally injured one of her attendants with her horn. This filled Maya with deep remorse and self-doubt.
Oh no!
Therefore, the Unicorn King wished to find a perfect husband for Maya, someone who could take care of her and govern the kingdom in the future.
Quickly initiate the contest to find a suitor.
Excited by the news, many princes from neighboring kingdoms visited to apply for the competition. They all hoped for a chance to catch Maya's eye. Wolf Prince Mello was the first to have an audience with Maya.
Your Majesty, beautiful Princess Maya, today I have brought you a multitude of splendid outfits made from the fur of rare creatures.
I have something for you to see as well.
Maya led Mello to her dressing room. He was astounded by the extensive collection of dresses and garments she possessed. Fish Prince Eric entered with an air of arrogance. He presented Maya with precious pearls and treasures from the deep ocean.
These are the most valuable possessions of the deep ocean. If you choose me, all these treasures will belong to you.
Maya glanced at them indifferently.
I already have these things.
Eric felt embarrassed and quickly departed. It seemed that Maya was not attracted to material wealth. Even with all the extravagance, she longed for simple love.
Father, I will seek my own destiny. I want to decide my own happiness.
Lock the princess in her chamber. She shall not set foot outside the castle.
Release me! Set me free!
As night fell, Maya sat sorrowfully in a corner of her room, gazing outwards. Tears streamed down her face as she felt the suffocating control imposed by her father.
The king is so controlling. I must escape from this place.
Helpless, she slumped down but suddenly startled at a hoarse voice.
Princess Maya.
It turned out to be Amel, the elderly attendant. Amel was the closest person to Maya after her royal father. Having cared for Maya since childhood, she held a deep affection for her.
Oh, Amel.
Princess, leave here quickly. Go seek the happiness you've longed for.
Thank you, Amel.
Maya felt liberated and joyfully ran out of the castle. Under the veil of a mystical night, Maya ran swiftly, not knowing where she was headed. But she believed that escaping the castle would lead her to happiness. Unexpectedly, Maya stumbled and fell into a deep pit. She struggled to find a way out.
Is anyone up there? Please help!
Maya cried and trembled in fear until she exhausted herself. As morning broke, Maya was awakened by loud calls.
Girl, are you all right? Girl?
Maya slowly regained her senses and looked up to find a handsome and gallant figure before her.
My destiny has arrived.
Don't be afraid, girl. I will help you.
Maya's heart skipped a beat, captivated by his handsomeness. Forgetting that she needed to escape, Ricky swiftly lowered a rope to offer Maya.
Hold on to the rope tightly and climb up quickly.
She exerted all her strength to climb up. Unfortunately, her horn got caught in the rope, causing it to snap.
Are you all right? Wait for me.
Ricky quickly grabbed another rope and jumped down the pit.
Hold on to me. I will safely lift you up.
Without hesitation, Ricky embraced Maya and forcefully pushed off the pit's wall, propelling them upwards.
You've let go of your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am Ricky, the hunter of this forest. Where is your home? I will take you there.
This man must be mine. I cannot let him slip away. I am Maya, the princess of the distant castle. My father forces me to marry someone I do not love, leaving me with no choice but to leave my home. Can I stay at your home for a day? As soon as I find a new place to live, I will leave immediately.
Yes, you can stay at my house. Once your wounds have healed, I will take you back.
My plan to find a husband is about to succeed. Ricky led Maya to his home, a grand castle that was no less magnificent than where she lived. Ooh. Your home is splendid. It is vast and ancient. As they ventured deep into the castle, Maya became increasingly overwhelmed. She paid special attention to a painting of a snake hanging in the center of the hall.
This painting was a birthday gift from my mother. Therefore, I cherish and value it greatly. This is your room. Feel free to make yourself at home.
This room is quite frightening. Never mind. It must be his preference. That night, Maya couldn't sleep. Restless, she went out in search of food. Passing through the grand hall of the castle, Maya was startled to find the snake on the painting had disappeared, leaving her in utter disbelief. Maya panicked and ran to find Ricky, but to her surprise, Ricky had left the castle without her knowing. Ricky! Ricky! Maya quickly returned to her securely locked room, trembling in fear. The next morning, Ricky knocked on the door and brought breakfast for Maya. She hastily recounted the strange event from the previous night.
I've brought you breakfast.
Ricky, yesterday I witnessed something very strange. The snake on the painting disappeared.
You must have been tired and dreamt it. How could a snake have come out of a painting?
Don't you believe me? Come with me. Look!
You must have been exhausted these past few days, mistaking things.
Maya couldn't accept it and was determined to find evidence. That night, unable to sleep, Maya quietly sneaked into the grand hall and waited since early. Perhaps I have been delusional. But as she was about to return to her room, she heard a noise. Maya immediately hid behind a statue and observed a terrifying sight. Ricky is the snake!
So, you've seen everything?
Maya screamed for help, but no magical intervention occurred. In her dazed state, she suddenly remembered her heavenly gift, the 7-colored unicorn horn. Surprisingly, the elderly servant Amel appeared. Lady Amel, thank you for coming in time. Otherwise, I would never have the chance to see my father's face again. Princess, don't be afraid. This is the safest place. Follow the escape path to escape the forest, and I will stay behind to stop him.
Don't even think about running away.
Lady Amel, save me! Maya was shocked and couldn't believe her eyes when she realized that the elderly servant she had known for so long was actually a cunning snake. Ricky's mother. So it was Amel who intentionally opened the door for the princess to escape, then fall into a trap and be saved by Ricky. Everything had been set up. Maya regretted not listening to her father, falling for a handsome stranger, which led to this situation.
Why did you do this? It was your father who caused the death of the Snake King. I lost my husband, and my son lost his father. This debt your family must repay!
Maya understood that Amel's wickedness today stemmed from her own lineage.
Let me compensate for my father's actions and heal the wounds you all suffered.
It's too late now.
The only way to compensate is with a pair of horns from your family. The power and authority of the Unicorn Clan.
Ricky became weakened. He merged with Amel, transforming into a giant snake.
The debt must be repaid. Pour your anger onto me. Don't harm Maya.
The colossal snake grew even more furious. It turned back and attacked the weakened Unicorn King.
My daughter, run quickly.
No, I cannot abandon my father.
Maya used all her unicorn strength to save her father. Now, she had lost her powerful horn and became just an ordinary person. As for the Unicorn King, he was poisoned by the snake and could no longer walk.
Father, I apologize for not heeding your words and leaving the castle on my own. I now understand that you were ensuring my suitor was not an enemy of our family.
I only wanted to protect you from dark forces, but my intentions turned into control, robbing you of your freedom.
Since becoming a normal human, Maya became more skillful and no longer clumsy. The Unicorn King recognized her abilities and orchestrated Maya's love story with a poor but loving young man. After their marriage, the Unicorn King abdicated the throne in favor of Maya and her husband. They ruled the kingdom together and lived happily ever after.
Long ago, when malevolent forces invaded the land of the Celestial, the battle deity Phoenix, wielding a resolute sword, fought valiantly to the last breath to bring peace to all.
My physical form may dissipate, but my will to combat evil, to protect what is right, will continue to be reborn.
After the battle, the sword shattered into 3 pieces, becoming 3 sacred relics safeguarding the fairy folk. Once again, the land of the Celestial was tranquil and prospering. But what awaits the Phoenix clan in the future? Who will be the next successor to wield the sword? Press the subscribe button at WOA Fairy Tale to find out. Over the years, in the memory of the Phoenix's contribution, their descendants became the most powerful beings in the realm, and they controlled most of the resources and wealth of the whole area, especially the sacred tree, which yielded the fairy dust, enhancing their magic beyond other races. In stark contrast, the Raven clan in the lower tier lived in dismal conditions. Their food and resources came through the core of the sacred tree, a place the upper class had abandoned. The Raven clan didn't use fairy dust. Everything they made came from hard labor. Thus, the division between the classes grew more apparent, with the Ravens fated to dwell in darkness. Catherine was different. Her parents perished in a food dispute, leaving her an orphan with a heart torn by the division between the two worlds.
I will put an end to this injustice.
Catherine harbored a deep resentment for the Phoenix clan's descendants, but at the same time, she greatly respected and admired the battle deity of old.
Elena, I want to be like the battle deity, bringing true light and peace to the land of the Celestial.
Don't dream in vain, Catherine. In the eyes of the Phoenix clan, we are just feeble crows.
But one day, even Catherine couldn't believe they could find one of the 3 broken pieces of the deity's sword. When the moss was wiped away, the shard gleamed, revealing the spirit of the phoenix.
Congratulations in finding the piece of the sword. The second piece lies in the upper tier, where the Phoenix clan resides, and the last piece is hidden in the land of the demons, a place no celestial dares to venture. Find the remaining sword fragments and unite them. The key to these 3 pieces is courage. And anyone who possesses it can become the next wielder. This is a good sign. Let's search for the other 2 sword pieces together.
It's dangerous. We're just tiny crows. How can we ever defeat them?
Then a sudden disaster struck. Unknown malefactors set the Raven clan's village on fire. Elena suffered heavy smoke inhalation, and only fairy dust could heal her. Catherine and Elena's family beseeched the Phoenix princess.
Please, princess, spare us some fairy dust. Our daughter is in critical condition. Fairy dust is precious. I can't squander it to save the lives of mere crows.
Left with no choice, Catherine sneaked into the sacred tree to steal fairy dust. Through this act, she discovered a great secret. The second sword fragment was being kept with reverence in the tree's core. An intruder!
Elena's life is what matters. I'll be back.
But Catherine didn't anticipate that one of her feathers would inadvertently fall, revealing her presence. Elena quickly recovered with the use of fairy dust. However, the Phoenix clan swiftly arrived to apprehend the thieves. Not wanting to harm the Raven clan, Catherine and Elena left, embarking on a journey to reunite the sword. They decided to find the third piece in the Demon Land first. For years, the sword fragment remained dormant, and the demons slumbered. The light emanating from the deepest chamber was the third sword fragment. Catherine touched it, and an apparition appeared. The battle between the celestial and demon races once again commenced, with Catherine wielding the complete Phoenix sword. She fought with vigor and vanquished many wicked demons. Save us!
Have you forgotten what you did to the Raven clan in the past? Now you seek our help?
Catherine callously brushed off their pleas. Her indifference led to her getting trapped in a virtual world even when the war ended. The devastating battle repeated once more.
In war, the most important thing is human life. There is no right or wrong, good or evil.
Catherine had an epiphany, setting aside her grudges and rescuing the Phoenix clan members. It turned out that the sword piece was transformed to teach Catherine the value of forgiveness.
Let's return to the sacred tree. This journey is perilous. To avoid risks, you and I should each hold one piece of the sword. No matter what happens, we will reunite at the sacred tree.
That night, the Phoenix clan pursued them. And the two friends truly became separated. As per their agreement, Catherine overcame hardships and reached the sacred tree, but was suddenly surrounded.
You foolish crow. You've been betrayed, and you didn't even know.
It was Elena, your dearest friend, who had helped the Phoenix clan.
I'll never hand over the sword pieces to you.
But the Phoenix clan had taken her entire family hostage.
If you don't surrender and reveal Catherine's whereabouts, we'll send your family into the demon land and awaken them.
Before Catherine's disheartened gaze and Elena's anguish.
Catherine, you may not have a family, but it's different for me. Life won't hold any meaning for me if I can't protect my loved ones. All these years, I've considered your family as my own. I've done everything not for myself, but for their sake. Why should I heed your accusations?
Just at that moment, the demons realized the loss of the deity's sword fragment. They aggressively rushed in to wreak havoc in the land of the Celestial. All the fairy races had to muster their strength for battle, but it was difficult to hold back the onslaught of the demons. Catherine recalled the words of the Phoenix battle deity. In war, there was no good or bad, only the common goal, transcending personal interests.
This is the final sword piece. Use it to restore the deity's sword.
The Phoenix Princess aligned the three sword fragments, but to everyone's surprise, nothing happened. The Phoenix Princess tried persistently, but to no avail. She finally lost her patience and discarded them. The Demon King then arrived, causing mass panic. Catherine regretfully picked up the three sword pieces that had fallen at her feet. Suddenly, a brilliant light enveloped them, reuniting the sword into its full form. The Phoenix sword radiated power equal to the deities. Catherine began to transform. She remained a crow, but was surrounded by a radiant aura.
Charge!
She followed the instructions of the battle deity, sparing none except the malevolent and wicked beings. All creatures, whether crow or phoenix, joined forces to rescue the land. The battle concluded, and the malevolent forces were pushed back. The Phoenix Princess also recognized her own selfishness.
Catherine, I apologize for my selfishness that nearly harmed the entire Phoenix clan. Thanks to you, everyone can now live in peace. From now on, this land of Celestial will be free from injustice and enmity. In the future, even if I'm gone, the sword doesn't have to pass to a crow. It can go to any race as long as they possess compassion and courage to bring true peace to the land of the Celestial.
Glowing flower is lifting the goddess out of the dark river. What happened to the goddess? You guys are curious too, right? Let's follow WOA Fairy Tales right now.
In the past, the gods on the top of Asgard and the humans together lived in harmony. and the people really worshipped the gods immensely. In particular, there is a god who was being well known for his kindness. He gave light and life to all species, so people called him Balder, the god of light. Moreover, he was also the one who maintained peace for mankind. For that reason, he was loved by everyone. And his wife, the forest goddess Nana, was also a very honest person and loved her husband so much. Those two often traveled around together. They even had a love poem for their own.
Balder, my love, even the sea may disappear. Balder, my life, one day that mount won't be here. But our love is still not faded. But our love remains forever. Balder, my dear.
Me too. I will love you forever and ever. They lived happily in the love of every species. But they didn't expect that deep in the dark, there was always a resentful eyes watching Balder every time. And that was Hela, the goddess who ruled Hell. Hela held absolute power, even Odin had to be careful.
Balder, that wretched guy. His bright light is the only obstacle on my way to conquer Asgard. It's driving me nuts. I need to find a way. It's already late at night. I spent all day here observing him, but I've got nothing. Wait a second. When the night falls, the light is at its weakest. Now I know what to do.
That cunning Hela had set up a trap. That day, when Balder's wife was not at home, she transformed into the forest goddess Nana, the wife of the god of light, and pretended to be in danger. As soon as the god of light heard his wife screaming, he quickly ran out to help her. The moment the god approached, Hela suddenly casted a spell that made Balder fall into an eternal sleep and unable to wake up. She smirked and turned into a black smoke that carried Balder back to hell. After the god of light was kidnapped, there was no more light to shine. All species fell into eternal darkness. The other gods were also affected by that. Hela took advantage of that opportunity to send troops to fight the gods. The two sides fought equally. But if this war prolonged, sooner or later, the gods would lose. Forest goddess Nana realized that the end of mankind was coming closer than ever. And also because she was too worried about her husband, she decided to go to hell to save him, despite all the threats and dangers ahead. The forest goddess Nana rushed to the hell Nibelheim, where Hela was detaining her husband. As soon as she arrived in Nibelheim, Nana was immediately attacked by a ferocious, three-headed dog. It rushed towards her as if it wanted to tear her into pieces. Nana immediately used her power to control the vines to tie it up, but to no avail. The dog was so strong that it broke all the vines and rushed towards Nana. Nana kept putting up walls of vines and trees to block its path.
It won't work if I continue to use violence like this. I've always tamed ferocious beasts with sincere affection. I'll have to try it.
No sooner said than done. Nana had removed all the tree fences. She slightly reached out her hand and looked at the dog affectionately.
Good boy. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you.
Just as she thought, the dog had calmed his anger and slowly approached her, rubbing his head on her hand. Thanks to that, Nana was able to proceed safely. Nana approached a muddy river. She had no idea how to cross it. Suddenly, a mysterious black-clad ferryman slowly approached.
Girl, please get on the boat.
There was no other way to cross the river, so Nana had to get on the boat with them. She was sitting still and looking forward to reach the other side of the river. But when they came to the middle of the river, the ferryman suddenly pushed the goddess into the riverbed.
I know who you are and what you came here for, but I absolutely won't let you achieve your goal. This is the river of dirty souls, and your soul will be sucked up by those dirty souls.
But what he didn't expect the most was that Nana was a goddess with a purer soul than anyone. When the goddess fell into the riverbed, the whole river started to glow, causing all the dirty souls to scatter in panic. A bright sunflower bloomed in the middle of the river, covering the goddess and lifting her up from the riverbed. Getting out of the black water, the goddess Nana continued to move towards Hela's palace. Entering the palace, she was heartbroken to see her husband sitting in a cage with lifeless eyes. Nana, with tears in her eyes, went to break the cage and repeatedly shook her husband to wake up.
Balder, please open your eyes and look at me.
But the only response she received was a lifeless eyes and no response from Balder. At this moment, Hela returned. She rushed there to attack and prevent Nana from rescuing Balder.
I'm so touched. Risking your life coming here to save your husband? Let him go, you wicked evildoer. Okay, if you want to save your husband, you have to defeat me first.
Two sides fought each other, and of course, Nana was not Hela's opponent. She was quickly defeated. Hela laughed savagely, rushed to the goddess to drain her soul. At her weakest moment, Nana crawled over to Balder, hugged him, and laid her head on his chest.
Balder, my love, even the sea may disappear. Balder, my life, one day that mount no more be here. But our love is still not faded. But our love remains forever. Balder, my dear.
After reading, Nana collapsed into her husband's chest to accept her fate. Miraculously, when the poem had just ended, the god of light Balder suddenly woke up. His light returned to blow Hela away and bring back Nana's soul. He looked at Nana lovingly. The two embraced each other and returned to Asgard. After being rescued from hell, Balder, the god of light, brought his light back to illuminate all species, repelling the darkness. Since then, the mankind lived happily ever after.
After passing away, there were souls that lingered in the mortal realm, refusing to transcend. They concealed themselves within the night, regardless of the peril posed by the soul-sucking demons.
Hey you! Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel, little girl.
That's my line. Under the moon's glow, these souls revealed their true forms, knowing that death would witness and condemn them to the underworld for eternity.
Are you death? Sugra, my love, have you taken him?
Sugra, Yuna's beloved, had cured her when she fell ill, but later he vanished mysteriously.
Huh? So I am left afflicted and ailing again, and unable to move on. I must remain in the mortal realm to find him. I beg you, don't take me.
Death agreed, with a condition that Yuna must become the goddess of the moon, controlling its lights, assisting Death in seeking wandering souls. Death entrusted her with a moon unicorn, guarding the tree of spirits that empowered the moon.
I'll grant you only a year. If you refuse to transcend, I will still take you to the underworld.
I am Argus, your servant.
Becoming the goddess of the moon was Yuna's chance to locate Sugra. Swiftly, she learned to control the moon's radiance. Yet, wherever the moonlight touched, the souls eluded her. It took immense effort for Iuna to find her first soul. Immediately, Argus brought the soul to the moon for Iuna to confront. To her surprise, this soul, like Iuna, was reluctant to transcend. Because she had lost her lover before passing away.
Ignore it, Iuna. Let me carry her to the underworld.
Empathizing with the stubborn soul, Iuna resolved to aid her, ignoring the unicorn's counsel. Sarcastically, she realized the man had left his lover for another. Thus, Iuna couldn't help her find peace. Iuna had no choice but to let Argus take the soul to the depths of despair.
Such stubborn souls will never find transcend. I don't want to be like that. Give up your love. You can find peace and transcend.
Iuna couldn't bear it. She continued to seek and assist the souls, meeting the next one in person. A man who couldn't bid farewell to his wife before passing away. Ignoring Argus's protest, Iuna was determined to help him. It turned out that the couple was separated in their search for their abducted son. The man passed away without saying goodbye to his wife. The moon goddess resolved to find their son. Unexpectedly, the one Iuna was seeking was none other than her very first soul, the love of the lady she had helped. He had been cursed by a dark sorcerer and taken away. With Argus's help, Iuna rescued him and reunited him with his parents. She also made sure he reunited with his true love to resolve the misunderstanding. Thus, Iuna's first two souls found contentment. Allowing them to transcend.
See? They are not stubborn. They are suffering and lost. They're like me. They need my help, and I will never stop looking for my beloved.
Iuna had proved that she was right. Gradually, Iuna and Argus became inseparable friends, despite...
Listen to me. If you give up Sugra, you'll transcend, and you won't suffer anymore.
I've already said I won't give up.
As the one-year deadline drew near, Iuna helped numerous souls, but still couldn't find Sugra. And at this very moment...
The moonlight is fading away. I can no longer illuminate the mortal realm.
Has the moon tree withered?
Isn't this the doing of the soul-sucking demons?
Stubbornly, Argus refused to carry Iuna to the land of the demons.
No! The deadline is approaching. You can't do anything. Please transcend.
Iuna reluctantly pretended to agree, because the moon unicorn was too stubborn. Then she discreetly used the remaining bit of energy. To fly down to the realm of the soul-sucking demons. The demons were surprised to see the moon goddess. they weren't aware of the withered tree.
Huh?
However, they wouldn't let Iuna go easily. The moon goddess had caused them much trouble. Just then, the moon unicorn arrived, timely rescuing his master. Yet Argus was unfortunate, falling victim to the demon's attack. And thus, Iuna discovered a horrifying truth.
Argus? Sugra? What? What has happened?
Sugra could no longer conceal the truth. It all began with Iuna's illness. She could only live until that moment. Sugra had struck a deal with a demon, deceiving Death to extend Iuna's life. But Death found out and punished Sugra, turning him into a moon unicorn. Guarding the moon forever. Iuna could never escape her fate. Fearing that Iuna would transcend if she knew Sugra's punishment, he asked Death to keep the secret. Touched by Iuna's compassion, Death appointed her the goddess of the moon. Sugra would live as a unicorn, assisting Iuna's mission to convince him to transcend. However, as Iuna persisted, Sugra used dark magic to harm the moon.
I thought you would give up, but your effort is so strong. The demon's magic might break my unicorn form.
Iuna understood everything now.
I have healed the moon. And as for you, Iuna, your time has come.
No, I'm begging you, don't take her.
Rules are rules.
Can I take Sugra's punishment? Can he become a normal soul?
Iuna's plea didn't break any rules.
No, you can't do that. It can't be.
I'm the cause of your punishment. I'll find peace only if I take your sentence. When I became the goddess of the moon, I helped many people like you and me. Helping them made me happy. Now I must help you. As long as you transcend, I will have no regrets.
If that's the only way you can be happy.
After a year of journeying together with her love, Sugra knew there was no other way. Since then, Iuna became the eternal goddess of the moon, using her gentle light to shine upon the mortal realm, shielding the mortal realm from malevolent forces, guiding lost souls like her own, helping them find solace. Death decided to give Iuna a gift. With each of Sugra's subsequent lifetimes, the soul would retain memories of Iuna, and Death would carry him to the moon. So Iuna could meet her beloved more and more and more.
Your nose out. Or your life ended. That's what stupid wizards describe this place? In the wizarding world, when we reached adulthood, we all had to go on a quest to assess our ability to become a true wizard. If you did not pass, you would have to leave the wizarding village to live in this gloomy swamp.
So you're so bad that you were sent here?
I'm Akasha, the ultimate teenage dark wizard of all time.
I'm just kidding. What a hot temper. Wait for me. Let me go to the human world with you. So what is the quest to access a wizard?
Help people. Make their missions come true.
Huh? I remember, you have no love for humans.
Just wait and see. It'll be fun. As I thought, the eager atmosphere of the apprentice wizard filled the entire room. Oh, of course the atmosphere was a little less joyful when you saw me. Before taking on the quest, those adorable little wizards would be given a sorting hat. The hat analyzed the abilities of each wizard and decided which kind of wizard they would be from now on. Oh, I wonder what my hat will be. Plants, fire, or water elements. Oh, will there be skulls on the hat? Don't be a weathered hat, and don't team up with her, Jenna and Florence. Well, after a while, it's true that God gave us what we hated. My team seemed to be full of members who weren't very happy with their abilities. Our mission was to help a human harvest new crops and drum new seeds. Was this really supposed to be a mission? They must be joking. The tension in the air persisted during the transfer. Wendy possessed the ability to control the weather and loved to take care of flowers, so she always thought she must become a plant wizard. Florence, the plant wizard, compared to being a wizard, she seemed to prefer flying on the back of a bird. Finally, Jenna was a timid, fragile little girl. She seemed to prefer being a weather wizard to turn into rain rather than being able to control animals as she was now. Especially more interesting, the three of them hated each other. Did you guys find this mission too easy for us? I could smell it. They were about to do something great. That is obvious, Harvest. Isn't this something anyone can do? No need for the power of a wizard. I know everyone doesn't like your own ability. So now what about exchanging hats? Everyone can use the ability they love. And then each person will do her own way to perform the task, as long as we meet at the starting place at the end of the day. Deal! It was more interesting than I thought. Things that didn't go to plan, well, I expected things to be messed up. Wendy was always the fastest. She took the vacant land. Instead of helping humans sow seeds, Wendy quickly created giant pumpkins. Well, is there anything more difficult? However, the joy did not last long. Those pumpkins grew and grew until they exploded. It was all water inside. They quickly turned into floods, flooding the fields, including areas with unharvested crops. Two good teammates did not seem to intend to help their friend overcome the consequences. The garden was the area that belonged to Florence. She confidently recited an incantation to call the birds to come and help her harvest. Ah! Why are all the birds destructive like this? Don't make a mess! Get away!
Hey, I'm not making a mess.
Soon the garden was in ruins like Wendy's field just now. Before the catastrophic mistake of her teammates, Jenna was not easily discouraged. Well, what a commendable virtue. I knew she was trying to prove she was the most excellent one. However, instead of driving away the bad birds, Jenna surprised me in another way. She really had the ability to become a villainous wizard. Look at the ice monster she created. No, impossible. Are you stupid, Jenna? Run! From what I can see, you are all equally stupid and useless. Do you still think the task is too easy? So let me help you make it a little more difficult.
You are a wizard, but you are helping an ice monster. It doesn't matter, as long as it makes me stronger. Bro, let's conquer the human village.
Agasha, you're crazy! If the mission fails, we are not done! Really? How are you going to punish me? Chase me to that swamp? Don't tell me that you don't know I was born there. Come on! If you can't chase me, come here and punish me yourself. Oh no! Without the hat, we would be worthless! The ice monster didn't let me down. It soon cornered my three adorable little wizards to the end. We can't do it alone. We need to work together. It's no use. The wizard's powers follow the hat.
Yet the little Wendy created magic. Those idiots didn't know that the true inner power that the hat possessed for them wouldn't be lost even without the hat.
Got it. It's my turn.
Huh?
The ice monster didn't disappoint me. He quickly transformed into an ice bow and arrows, shooting arrows at Wendy. Oh no, he was not as agile as I expected. The light Wendy created grew more and more intense, causing the monster to scream in pain. His outer ice armor slowly melting. The time to watch the drama ended here. I still had to handle them myself.
You can't defeat my ally. Great! I know they're nothing compared to you. Come on, Dark Wizard. What are we going to do next? Look at those pathetic little brats. How dare you ruin my ice armor? See how I punish you.
Idiot.
What are you doing?
This was the end of the ones who were talkative and conceited. It was time to go home. Oh, I forgot. If you don't want to come to Gloomy Swamp to meet me, hurry up and clean up the mess. There really was no place like home. Being in contact with honest wizards for too long was exhausting.
Traitor! What do you really want? I thought we were villainous allies.
Ally? I remember I never said I would be on your side, right? Villainous? It sounds good, but half-baked villains like you annoy me too much. It would be better if your ambitions were as limited as your intelligence. Oh, my dear friends seem to have achieved their goal.
Why do you make me stronger?
Don't you think wizards love to care for others and like to work redundantly? No pain, no gain. Humans are starting to rely too much on wizards just because wizards are always running to help. That's not helping. Obviously, they were making humans be weaker. Besides, the group of apprentice wizards had friction at the beginning, and there were too many contradictions. Only when they have a common enemy threatening their interests and lives can they unite together.
Liar! You dare to use me? If I can't get out, let's see if you can still be as cocky as you are now.
I'm waiting! Now say hello to the villains in my collection.
At the end of every October, the people of Mexico celebrate the Day of the Dead. The bridge between two worlds would be opened on this occasion, allowing the departed souls to reunite with their loved ones. In the previous Day of the Dead, Luciana met with a mishap while attending the festivities with her parents, Mr. Sanchez and Mrs. Ophelia. When she woke up, Luciana couldn't find her parents anywhere. To her horror, she realized that she had passed away and was transferred to the realm of the dead. The world of the dead was a reflection of the living world. Luciana returned home and found only her deceased grandparents. Her parents were not there.
How can I return to the living world? I have something to tell my parents.
The bridge is closed. You must wait until next year's festival. But Luciana, please don't go back to the living world.
Luciana couldn't bear to listen to her grandparents' words. A year flew by, and the Day of the Dead came again. young souls like Luciana had to depart before the older ones. Despite the obstacles, Luciana was determined to return to the living world.
I can no longer stop you. Don't do anything that you will regret.
I understand.
Following the bustling crowd of spirits, Luciana arrived at the boundary between the two worlds.
Hey, stop right there, young lady.
Those with ill intentions toward their loved ones are not allowed on the bridge, and the Death Goddess sensed something in Luciana.
Oh, I mean no harm. I just want to meet my parents. Please believe me.
The Death Goddess wanted to test Luciana's heart.
Bring me 3 items that evoke memories between you and your parents. Then I will believe in your sincerity. You must be quick, as the bridge will close soon.
Luciana remembered a place closely associated with her mother Ophelia. It was her grandmother's restaurant. Luciana reunited with a deceased chef who reminded her of Ophelia's famous tacos. But no one knew Ophelia's recipe except Luciana. She tried to recall the times her mother took her to the restaurant. Gradually, Luciana remembered how to make the famous dish. And she remembered the times when her parents argued over Ophelia devoting too much time to the restaurant. Finally, Luciana succeeded in making her mother's famous tacos. So, she had the first item. To meet the deadline of the Death Goddess, she hurried to the next place, the bullfighting arena. Mr. Sanchez, Luciana's father, was a skilled bullfighter. Luciana easily found her father's bullfighting cloth there. When alive, she used to come here often to watch her father perform. Mr. Sanchez always mesmerized the audience with his talent. And like Ophelia, he became too immersed in his work, gradually forgetting his family. Luciana just wanted to leave this place quickly, but little did she know. Entering the arena was easy, but leaving was not simple at all. She had to defeat the bull to take the cloth. At that moment, memories of her with her father rushed back. Deep in her heart, Luciana always admired her brave father. She recalled those graceful movements and successfully reenacted his legendary victory. There was still one last item, and Luciana had to hurry as time was running out. She had to return to her home because her grandfather held this item. Luciana needed her grandfather's guitar. When they were happy, the whole Luciana family used to sing along with the guitar. But since her parents started quarreling, everything changed. Luciana recounted everything and begged to take the guitar. Although her grandparents were hesitant, seeing the other 2 items made them feel that Luciana had changed.
Here it is. Don't do anything that will make us regret.
Grandfather, I know. I understand.
Luciana, with all her strength, ran to the bridge between the realms of the living and the dead. She arrived just in time and completed the challenge of the Reaper.
You can pass, but don't do anything that will make you regret.
The words were just like those of Luciana's grandparents. If she wasn't mistaken, her parents would be gathered around her grave, which she had never seen before. And that was indeed the case.
Mom! Dad!
The Death Goddess was not wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my child.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
There was something deeply unsettling in Luciana. The Luciana family was never happy. Her parents' quarrels happened continuously. During the previous festival, they had quarreled while driving a carriage. and it was their carelessness that caused the accident long ago. Luciana wanted to return to the living world to resent her parents. That was the evil intent that the Death Goddess mentioned. However, through the Death Goddess's challenge, the happy memories soothed Luciana's hatred. What Luciana needed to do was not to blame.
I forgive both of you.
Luciana freed her parents from their burden, and she freed herself from the pain of hatred. When she ascended to the living world...
Once upon a time, in the east of the faraway fairy forest, there lived a beautiful mermaid princess named Aura. She was the one who ruled this land and maintained the peace there. Not only was she enthusiastic, getting along with all creatures, but she was also kind, always ready to help people. In particular, Aura also possessed a life hair. Her hair symbolized her life and ability to heal all wounds when she sang sweet songs. However, she must not cut her hair or use her powers too much. The more times she used them, the weaker Aura was. Moreover, the older she got, the more curious Aura became. She was curious about everything, especially the western part of the distant fairy forest, where the border was the fairy river. However, because of old rumors that the west was the place where the fierce Birdman tribe lived, mermaids like her were afraid and did not dare to cross the river. However, in Aura's mind, she was still curious and wanted to learn about that western land. During a visit to the border area, Aura suddenly saw a birdman helping small sea creatures.
It isn't written in the book that the people of the Birdman tribe are very cruel, but that man takes care of the little creatures around him so carefully.
However, Aura was too focused on observing the young man to accidentally cross the border, making the alarm raised.
There's an intruder!
Fortunately, while Aura was panicking, the Birdman rushed to rescue her from the patrols of others. Aura was just saved by the young man when the patrol team arrived and frantically searched for her.
Well, obviously I heard the alarm, but was it wrong? This guy is probably just hanging around. I'll definitely catch that guy.
Waiting for the patrol to leave, the young man breathed a sigh of relief and disarmed the magic circle for Aura.
Thank you for helping me out of trouble. May I ask your name?
I am Dawn, Prince of the Western Forest and the flightless waste bird of the Birdman tribe. But don't be afraid, I will not harm you because I always wanted to live peacefully with the people of the East.
Feeling that Dawn was a good person, Aura was actively helping Dawn to heal his wings.
To thank you, I will use my magic to make your wings fly like everyone else's.
Even though he didn't understand what Aura's words were, Dawn let her try. Sure enough, when her singing was heard, her hair radiated a magical light and healed Dawn's wings.
Thank you for giving me this miracle. If you don't mind, can I become your friend?
Of course! I'm happy with this offer.
After that, Dawn and Aura became close friends and gradually fell in love with each other. They shared many things together, clearing the misunderstandings between the two tribes from many years ago.
I have also heard that the East has many very scary creatures, but when I and some friends come into contact, everyone is very nice. Therefore, we hope that the two sides will soon live together peacefully.
That's great! Hope we can do it soon!
However, that made Theo, the fierce birdman who always wanted to dominate the East, very angry and sought to split this relationship. One day, as usual, Aura was preparing to go to the rendezvous when Theo brought his minions to surround the border area.
I myself often see her sneaking. Went to the west and watching Prince Dawn, so the missing prince must have something to do with her.
Dawn is missing! But why?
Stop pretending. You are the one who kidnapped the prince, so we must send our troops to the east to find him.
Can you provide proof that Dawn's disappearance is because of me? What you just said is one-sided.
Huh. Only you are an outsider and who knows the conspiracy of the East when you tried to approach the prince. Maybe the old rumors are true. You mermaids are very cunning and scary.
You are not allowed to say about people in the East like that. I have an idea. In 3 days, I will surely find Don and bring him back safely.
But how can we believe that? Unless you hand over the trident, the symbol of the head of the East, to us. I will accept this offer.
Aura hesitated to look at the trident. If she had to give this treasure to anyone, it would be to give the lives of all the people of the East into his hands.
Huh? Princess, we believe you can find Dawn and bring peace between the two tribes.
If anything goes wrong, we have no regrets, because you and Dawn have always helped us. We're willing to make sacrifices for the two of you.
Thank everyone for trusting me. I will definitely be back in 3 days.
After listening to everyone's encouragement, Aura agreed to give the trident to Theo.
If I don't come back after 3 days, the trident will be yours.
Ha! Okay. I hope to hear the good news from you.
Then Aura began her journey to find Dawn, but she still had no clue.
This is the last place Don and I used to go to, but there's still no trace of him. Shouldn't he encounter something bad?
Thank God, the princess is here. I know. Where's the prince?
Aura heard the sound and hurried to find it.
Huh?
She found a small bird locked in a cage nearby.
Little bird, do you know where Don is? But why? Why are you so sick?
Turns out it was the little bird that had witnessed Theo kidnap Dawn while he was on his way to meet Aura. However, when the bird was going to report the news, Theo knew that and locked the bird in a small cage. The bird had not eaten or drunk for a few days, so his body was very weak. Because Aura wanted to quickly save Dawn and the people on both sides of the conflict, she immediately used the magic of her hair to save the little bird. However, after saving the bird's small life, Aura's health gradually weakened a lot.
Thank you, Princess, for saving my life. The prince was imprisoned by Theo in a 1,000-year-old tree. We just need to go down the river to reach it.
Thank you, little bird.
Aura tried to use her little strength left and swam to the old tree, as the little bird said. After 1 day and 1 night, she finally arrived, but the space inside was very dark, and there was no way to go.
I need light to be able to see things clearly, but how do I get light? That's right, it's my hair. When I sing, my hair will shine.
Thinking that, and Aura sang, causing her hair to shine, leading her to a small gate nearby.
Huh? Huh?
Through the gate, she entered a small cave, where Dawn was being guarded by Theo's minions.
Let me go! I can't let a man like Theo, who craves power, hurt everyone to take over both the East and the West.
Don't be so stubborn. The little people in the East are not worthy of our position. They can only become cowardly slaves.
What? Ah!
Dawn is right. Everyone has the right to be free, and no one is a slave to anyone.
Aura!
Aura quickly swam to Dawn to rescue him.
Huh?
However, a stream of magic shot toward Aura and injured her.
Ha! I didn't expect Aura to come here to save you, but rest assured, I will eliminate both of you right here and make both the East and the West my slaves.
Huh? I won't let you hurt anyone!
Dawn was angry and flew close to Theo to fight. However, when he was about to win, Aura was captured by Theo's minions.
Prince, please stop right away or I will hurt the little princess.
Aura! Ah!
Dawn!
Aura struggled to escape and successfully retrieved Dawn's sword, but a minion hastily stopped her. At that time, the princess decided to cut her hair and quickly threw the sword at Dawn. Taking the opportunity, Dawn hastily used the power of the sword to defeat Theo. Theo collapsed and turned into a bird to flee with his minions.
Aura! Are you okay? Your body is getting cold.
It's because I cut my life hair. So now, my health is getting weaker.
Then, quickly, use the rest of your hair to restore your health.
No! You were also hurt a lot. I can't let you die for the sake of saving myself.
Then I agree to go with you, to be by your side forever.
However, when tears of their love fell on Aura's hair, a flash of light burst from the water and restored the couple's health. Turns out, it was the unconditional sacrifice of two people's love that overcame death and gave them a chance to be together again.
Finally, after many hardships, love is forever immortal and conquers death.
And then we are together.
Aura and Dawn looked at each other happily, and then returned to the magical river. Finally, under everyone's blessing, Aura and Dawn got married and helped the two tribes live in peace and prosperity forever.